We got there. We got there. So, we are playing this intrepid hero. You're at the club, and a man with this face slaps your partner in the ass. What do? I slap him in the ass right back. And we are primarily a spellcaster, although when we can throw down with swords, if push comes to shove. And when you got a face like this, people will tend to push and shove you because they see our large, sad face, and they just react with violence. And I honestly can't say I blame them. Excuse me. Alana says you got the... Let's see. Yeah. So you would have had 8 removed. Then wow. Let me think about this. Well, yeah. Actually, yeah. That's totally... Okay. So yeah, that tracks. Alana, us small, short homies. We got to stick together, Alana. It's rough out there. Being born with too many Tiefers. That's my superpower. That's Alana and I's superpower. I guess you could say we're aligned similarly. An open book. I do appreciate that, Quirky, because as you know, that kind of stuff can be, can be unpleasant to even fucking think about sometimes. But I appreciate your willingness to share about that, because yeah, I was thinking about that not too long ago. I was like, hope things are alright, because that shit is scary. It's I feel like anybody and everybody at this point has someone, someone either they're related to or someone they know, maybe even them themselves, had some kind of cancer scare. We lost Grace's dad to cancer. Well, he died to COVID, but he also had lung cancer leading up to it. So yeah, whenever I think of anything along those lines, it's on the top of my mind, always in their office. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Josh. Yeah, or I'm sorry, John. Yeah. I've like any kind of I guess joints and like tendons, connected tissues, that kind of thing. I have a nephew that like tore his ACL. Is that the right term? ACL? Yes. I think that's the term. He just went through that a couple days ago, or a few weeks ago rather, and yeah, seeing orthopedic surgeons, that kind of thing. He's gonna be all right. He's gonna make a full recovery. But like, yeah, it is not fun dealing with that kind of shit. So hearing him describe what he's having to go through, it's like, wow, I'm glad I'm not an athlete. Glad I sit around all day and play video games. Well, I don't sit around and play video games, but I'm glad I sit around all day and sit at a desk and then afterwards play video games. Orthopedic specialist, not ortho. Yeah. If I go to an orthopedic surgeon or an orthopedic doctor, I'm like, yo fam, give me some braces. They're gonna be like, all right. Then they'll put like a knee brace on my leg or something. They'll be like, I don't know why he came to me for this. This is simple. Can do it himself. The wrong kinds of braces. He did both. Oh, that's, well, yeah. She got the ortho special. Look at this motherfucker out here with this cool little frost shield. Doesn't matter, he's dead. Alright, well, I don't know what kind of shield that was. It looked like a frost shield. We were throwing fire things. Gold trimmed shoes? Well, they're not very valuable for being gold trimmed. Question of sorcery, I'll grab it. Yeah, there's a bunch. Yeah, but the ACL is the one he tore. Which sounds very not good. Yeah. Yeah, so she got the double ortho treatment, yeah. Yeah, neither of them sound... Well, I've had the orthodontic stuff, but yeah, I've never had any kind of muscle tear. Muscle or ligament tear. Got 2 boxes of different Cheez-Its, Elgaso, so you're dual wielding Cheez-Its. Hell yeah. That's something I'm happy to encourage. What is your preferred Cheez-Its? In fact, I'll ask this of anybody in the chat. What is your preferred Cheez-Its variety? Me, I'm an extra toasty man. I'm an extra toasty Cheez-Its through and through. Although, I enjoy the whole wheat Cheez-Its because they're so healthy. No, not really. I even the vanilla ones are okay. The normal ones are okay. But I like to mix it up sometimes. This is interesting. Hold on, can I gank this? From their foreheads? Does not appear to be. There were some dungeons in Morrowind where you could do shit like this, where you could like... It'd be like gems encrusted into a statue that you could actually extract. Which was kind of cool. The ranch grooves. The mix. Yeah, the mix is pretty good, actually. Just double the cheese consumption. That's probably what I would do, too. Let me guess. I'm almost wondering, like, would I place this on another pedestal to open this thing? Let's try it. Actually, I could have just used the grab button. Oh, crap. That didn't behave the way I thought it would. Here, let's do this. Grab another torch. There's a way to drop a full quiver. I think I know how to do it. Grab them both, then equip it. So now it's on my back like a quiver, then drop it. Yeah, then drop it. Damn it. How would I do this? I'm wondering if I like place... Oh, actually, maybe I could just place anything. Any object here. I have a lot of potions that I'm going to sell. Is it weight bound? No. I just like walk past a entrance of some variety or miss a switch maybe? It'll be the first time I've wandered past something that was important. The Italian fort cheese? Ooh. I don't actually think I've tried that one. I haven't tried that one. There's also a, there's like a white cheese one I've yet to try. I don't see anything else here. Yeah, my theory is that I was probably supposed to move the quiver. Let's try this. I've got both arrows in my inventory again. Let's equip it. If there's like another way to like drop all instantly. Is it right click? No. Shift. Control. No. Now let's do this. Let's drop them both. And we'll just... Oh god. Manually kind of bring it around town. It's so lengthy. And if this doesn't do it, then it might be the statues. As I see, this one does not have a sword. Or hands, for that matter. Jesus mix is good. Yeah, it is good. It is good. I haven't had like the... I haven't had the mix in a while, but yeah, that does sound pretty nice.
Who's there?
I guess it's possible it could be another entrance. From the outside. I guess I didn't really look that far. And again, these statues catch my eye in there, and the gems in the forehead. Now, the game wouldn't just let me do this, would it? Just like hit the switch. Actually, hold on, I have telekinesis, don't I? I wonder if it would let me reach through the gate here. Let's try that. We just got the spell the other day. Yesterday, actually. And I definitely remember what it was called. It wasn't just called telekinesis, I don't think. This one, here we go. Yeah, just gate, yeah. Oh, see, yeah, so that demonstrates when you can telekinetically manipulate something. Yeah, but that's not it. Hey, what's up, Five Finger? Good to see you, bud. Yeah, telekinesis is a neat thing to be able to have on deck. You know, obvious switches or anything. Damn, I really messed up by picking that up, like legit picking it up. Here's the thing I could do. Let's grab that autosave again, and let's just try it with just like grabbing grabbing it as is, as opposed to adding it to my inventory, which is kind of what I should have done in the first place. If that doesn't do it, then yeah, I'm theorizing there might be another entrance somewhere. Yeah, maybe there's like a way out, or rather a separate way in. Yeah, yeah. Like if there's just another entrance somewhere, that is certainly possible. And this scamp right here is not the one that was one that was summoned by this conjurer down here. She does summon things, but she didn't summon that guy. The reason being, he left a corpse behind when we killed him. Summoned creatures don't like have corpses afterwards. They just wink away. Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm trying to focus this person. She's like buffing herself up, and this guy keeps hitting the stairs. Wait for my magic to recharge. I'm gonna try one more shot. Then I'll charge her ass. Oh, she was healing. That's what she was doing. That little jump. So anyway, grab that. What weapon did she have? She had a steel dagger. Oh, I wonder if there was something underneath there. Yeah. So this is kind of what I was thinking. So I felt like place it in a different location, or maybe we're supposed to use. What if you would like use a bow and arrow to hit the switch? Is that like a thing in this game? Maybe that's why they're giving you arrows. It's like use these arrows to like shoot the switch. I don't remember that being a thing previously. That's probably a better theory than whatever I'm trying right here. So there was a better way to manipulate. There we go. Yeah, so that's not it either. As yeah, I don't even carry a bow. Is that for most intents and purposes, I can just use projectile spells. Telekinesis doesn't work. Let's go check outside. See if there was something else I just missed. Wouldn't be the first time. Might be down. Yeah, if there's like a switch on the floor, maybe. It could. Oh, really? Five finger. So that kind of thing would be available to the player necessarily. So it's possible that, yeah, this was a summoned thing. It was just a special summon. That, yeah, I would think the same thing, August. You would think they'd be cool about it. So these rocks cannot be manipulated, from what I can tell. Sneaky them to hide a switch over here somewhere. Checking the ceiling as well. I'm also wondering if there's like any false walls that kind of, you know, you touch it in the right way and it like a false zone sinks in. Yeah, I'm inclined to agree. I'm fairly certain. I mean, that would be something I could have seen in Morrowind for sure. Them giving you a puzzle like this and just not giving you the tools to solve it and just being like, figure it out. This game seems like it would be a little bit kinder. Just a little bit. Hey, what's up, Mid-Mount? Yes, we got this. We got the Sadge. We got the purple sad rotund boy. And we are currently in a cool little dungeony area, looking for any sign of a switchy thing that would open this either of the gates in this room. But like Elgaso suggested, we could also check outside, see if there were any other things. See if there are any other entrances. Yeah, it's just these gems in the forehead. It's not a matter of just slapping them in the face, is it? And again, this guy doesn't have hands or a sword. I would give you a hands and a sword if I could. I would give you a hand if I could. Mid-mooch, thank you, thank you. Yeah, let's check outside. Daedra companion. Yeah, I guess. Well, I guess in Skyrim you get companions, don't you? But I guess those are NPCs, not really summoned. There's some kind of other door. It would not shock me. And that's happened with other dungeons of this flavor in the past. Here's where we are right here. Yeah, 4 rails. Huh. The problem is, unless it's like directly above or directly below, the problem is, yeah, it's a pretty, like this is pretty much it from what I can tell. So be here. Yeah, this guy has also no hands. He doesn't have the gem in the forehead. This one just doesn't have a statue at all. So yeah, let's check down below. So if the door's right here, yeah, if there'd be something like right underneath here. Or... Ooh. Wouldn't that be convenient if it was obscured? Well, except I can't really get there. Oh, Elgaso looked up the knowledge. I appreciate the offer. Yeah, I'm gonna poke around a little bit more. How, on a scale of like 1 to 10, Elgaso, how silly is it? Were you like, oh, okay, or was it like, oh, really? Because that might inform some things. And looking for other like entrances. Whoop, I appear to be. Oh, there we go. Haven't played Oblivion since 19. Oh, that's impressive. 1908. Goddamn. Yeah, you were a very early Oblivion adopter. This is my first ever playthrough, and I'm liking it a lot so far. I've played a lot of Morrowind, but yeah, this is my first Oblivion playthrough. Whoa, boy. Oh, I done did a bad. Actually, hold on. Did I do a bad? Maybe it'll let me physics through this wall here. Oh, I'm sinking deeper and deeper into despair. Surely oh. I think the game realizes that I don't want to be here. And it doesn't want me here either. So in Morrowind, if this were to happen, you could just levitate out. There is no levitate in this game. What do you do here? You load the last save. Shocking that would happen, right? That's fine. It autosaves when you exit. But the one downside is I did grab those arrows. So again, I'm wondering if there's a way to drop the arrows in unison. Yeah, or you could fast. That's a good point too, I guess. You could do the fast travel option. I wonder. If like this would count. I'd rather not have to kill all these bad guys for the 3rd time.
Guess it was nothing.
This physicsy manipulation is tricky. Just load this save. Yeah, I shouldn't have grabbed it. Interesting that there's like a little bit of blurry vision when we first enter. And some of those rocks moved very slightly. It's almost as if as we entered the mage down here is working on some kind of demolition operations. Have a good night to Quirky, by the way. Thank you again for stopping in, Quirky. And thank you for that resub. We had Quirky with the resub and Black TriStar and Ms. Mock. Lots of and extraordinary generosity tonight. I appreciate you guys and gals. Is that a motherfucking clan fear? Wow. I don't think I'd be seeing those yet. Yeah, that's a clan fear. Haven't seen those since the Morrowind days. It's cool that they're in this game. The runt. Wonder if there's like big boys. Slap. Grimace's answer? Yeah. Yeah, the, this lad is very special. Very special to me. I like his side profile. You really get that chin and the underbite and the pronounced nose. You really get the full experience whenever you gaze into this hero's eyes. Hey, what's up, level 90 wizard? Good to see you, bud. Oh, that wasn't. Oh, okay. I was wondering if that was like the right track that I was on. Now the Conjurer's in here tonight in this instance, so I guess that part is a little different then. Yeah, it's nothing to do with that then. So I will go ahead and grab them. There's a switch right there. This one is a little bit closer. Well, no, again, it seems like, yeah, there's no like gaps where the gate clickable object has like a gap in it where like you can like reach through. Because otherwise I would try to telekinetically hit the switch over there. Yeah, it's like if there was a way to hit it with a projectile. No dice. Yeah, like I was saying earlier, like the goal was to make this man look as his head as large and purple and sad as I possibly could. And I think we did a pretty good job. I think we really nailed the sad. Yeah, the clan fears. Yeah, like I said, I remember them back in the days. Alright, so yeah, so what I'm thinking is that, yeah, they're giving us arrows, and this ain't working. And projectile spells don't seem to be working. So methinks I'll need to go and grab a bow. Nogasa says they're my way away. Yeah, I bet it's this kind of projectile, the one that they gave us. Well, like I said, I don't have a bow on me, so which means I'll have to come back later when I do have a bow. We've used bows before and they're very nice. They're cool, but I haven't really like put anything into marksman for this character. So I don't really carry them with me. Yeah, slipping them hints in, yeah. Yeah, that definitely confirms that we're missing a key piece to this whole thing. Fully healed up. Yeah, that was a mage down there. I'm trying to think if I fought any archers recently. There was a bandit cave not too far from here, actually. I could probably go back. We fought a few archer peoples not too long ago. In fact, would have been in this. Was it the yeah, I think it was these, the Black Rock Caverns. So we could go back, or we can assume there might be some bad guys in Cloud Top, which we're much closer to. Maybe some bad guys in Cloud Top. Maybe some of them might have some clutch bows for us. That'd be pretty sick. The Muses of Slumber. Thank you, Mitmoot, for joining in. I appreciate you. I appreciate you joining in. And thank you all for being here, by the way, friends. Because, like I said, thanks again to Adam for that very nice raid and everyone joining in for said raid. Or if you were just here on your own accord. Or if you came in from the Oblivion directory, I appreciate you guys spending part of your evening with me. But yes, it is getting late, so I will, of course, totally understand. People gotta hop on out of here. They're hard and yeah, they're pretty tanky, and like that one hit us only a few times, and it took a chunk out of our health. So yeah, they're not simple critters. That was the case in Morrowind as well. When you start seeing clan fears, it's like, oh shit, we're fighting this kind of Daedra. So they kind of don't mess around. They're definitely at least, I would say, one tier up from a scamp. And the fact that it said it was a clan fear runs makes me think there's clan fear other tiers. Could we fast travel? We could, but I'm a sucker for exploring. I'm a sucker for exploring. Oh, I see what you're saying. I could fast travel back to the caverns, yeah. Yeah, we probably could. But I don't know. I tend to play this very... I tend to, like, want to play this very old school, for better or for worse. Although I think there probably will come a time where my patience will start to wear out a little bit, and I'll end up preferring to fast travel to like certain places, especially if it's long distances. Also, I think that's the capital in the distance. I think that's what that is, yeah. It's kind of cool how you can really get the sense for like scale as you're seeing things in the distance and appreciating the draw distance. Again, I love Morrowind, but yeah, that sense of scale, like you wouldn't be able to see Vivek from that far away. It just wouldn't work that way. Sadly, I think I might not be able to like go up this entire way here. There was a path we were following for a while, but I think we had to, when we ventured down this hill to explore this place here. Maybe I can try over here, but yeah, I might have to kind of go down and around. The DLC horse armor. I do have that DLC. I have all the DLC since I have the Game of the Year edition. But I don't have a horse yet. But best believe when I do get a horse, we're going to slap that DLC horse armor on there. I don't even know if it offers anything, any like benefits stat-wise. But the memes were potent back in the day. There we go. There we go. That's how you do it, man. Upping like a 89-degree angle incline. Elder Scrolls style, baby. That's how we do it. Until it gets annoying. Yeah, we'll see how long my patience holds out. Ooh, speaking of which, all right, what's gonna happen soon? Am I gonna start sliding, or am I gonna find the good angle? Ooh, I haven't found that good angle yet. Hit me with that good. It's not happening. Yeah, I might have to. All right, yeah, that might. Well, hold on, we'll go over this way too, but it's not like I'm losing faith, dudes. Hey, Potato Prior. Yes, you're forfeited. Your stolen goods are now forfeit. It's good to see you, bud. Thanks for joining in. Went some Oblivion. I am trying to Elder Scrolls myself up a sharp incline to get back on a main path. Here we go. This might be enough. Ooh, there we go. Finding other crazy... Yeah, finding the artifacts, finding these kinds of dungeony things. Hold on, wait, have I been here before? Oh, this is Cloud Top, okay. Yeah, I was working hard to find the main path. I just kind of stumbled upon the, the other thing. Oh. Oh my. You alright? Yeah, he's fine. Fingers of the... Oh, that's the place. Or not the place. That's the book. That's the thing we've been searching. Seeking and searching. So that's for the quest that we're on. It's a Mage's Guild quest. No comment about the charred corpse that held it. It wasn't noteworthy enough to make a journal entry for, apparently. Got fingered by the mountain. I was going to comment on the fact that he doesn't have hands. So that's pretty cool. Much like how the statues earlier also didn't have hands. What the fuck? Oh, that was a deer. I thought there was a person running by me. I was like, excuse the fuck out of my goddamn French, but what is this? Here, I know what to do. I can heal him. Charred remains. I will frostify you. Never been better. So his hands got exploded off. One of his feet got nailed off. Got a little crispy. I was actually thinking this would be like a dungeon, or have a dungeon. Poke around a little bit. Yeah, finding the crazy artifacts. Yeah, just getting like distracted is something I very much welcome when it comes to the Elder Scrolls experience. So like looking for dungeons and secrets and such. Yeah, but the book is perfectly fine. It's it's that thing where it's the fireproof book cover. That kind of deal. I'm guessing this book is so dangerous, it's so horrible because it provides some kind of forbidden sex cult power that removes skin and hands. Can I read it? If I read this book and it removes my various body parts, can it quit? I want to read it. Fingers of the mountain. Fingies of the mountain. Yeah, no cave entrances that I can see. Yeah, this might really just be it. There might not be a dungeon associated with this. They don't have hands. Did the book? Yeah. Yeah, what is the story here? If we check the journal for this quest. Completed quests, active quests, here we go. So Irana is looking for this book because she wants to translate it. We told Tikius about it, and he was like, yo, you gotta find that book before she does. It is of utmost importance. And we found it. Okay, I was gonna say, was the implication then the fact that the charred corpse could have belonged to Irana? It sounds like the answer is no if we could deliver it to her. So yes, we either deliver this book to the lady that requested the book, or we give the book to our boss in the Mages Guild. You know, the guy that we answer to in the Mages Guild. My inclination says Mages Guild guy, since everyone pretty much agrees this lady, this Irana lady, is like extraordinarily petty and has an axe to grind with the Mages Guild, and it just has some questionable, has done questionable things. And like we saw in Morrowind, the Mages Guild is not always run by do-gooders. Sometimes there are rats in the midst. But for the time being, I'm thinking, yeah, we'll give it back to our boss. Otherwise, we have what we set out for here. Cloud type was pretty chill. Yes, so I could fast travel like the Black Rock Caverns. How's about this? I think I will, since it's like a downhill journey. Ouch. I think I will take a little jaunt back this way, and maybe even like take the long way home, so to speak. Take the scenic route in case there were other cool looking things. 'Cause yeah, remember these pillars here. Yeah, whenever I see this kind of side path here, it's not marked on the map as a side path per se. And of course, zooming in doesn't really do us any favors. Yeah, I see this and I go, I wonder if this leads somewhere. These are the kinds of distractions I tend to embrace. Protection spell in the book. Yeah, you'd think he would put the condom spell on himself too then for full protection. The old full body condom spell. I know it well. Yeah, could it have been this book's evil, dark sex cult magic, or just a fire spell? Hey, what are you doing? That is the wrong spell. I don't know why I checked that at Wolf's inventory, like they were gonna have a sword on them. This isn't Diablo where, yeah, you kill a quill rat and it drops a two-handed, you know, badass a sword of badassery. It's a cool little bridge. I need to turn my audio up because I'm wondering if what I'm hearing is battle music. There is a wolfie. I'm gonna wait and get a little bit more magic back. I went right through his ass. Wolves have immaterial asses confirmed. Sex cult magic, says Cheta B, says, whoa, Alex, you got my attention. Diablo Immortal for, oh my god, yeah. Dude, that has been kind of a searing hot meme, hasn't it? It's kind of a shame. I've actually heard from a number of folks that Diablo Immortal is actually a pretty good game outside of, well, that was some physics. Outside of the microtransaction bullshit. No, we had I don't know if I want to know where they were keeping this lockpick. I'm just not going to question. I'm going to add it to my inventory, but I mean, I don't really feel good about it. But yeah, I've heard that the game is like quite good. As far as Diablo-like games, I've heard it's quite good, but the microtransaction bullshit kind of I don't know if it for some people it doesn't ruin it, obviously, but for a lot of people it just kind of it makes them feel a little gross, like. Ugh. And there was that one dude who spent like, wasn't there that one streamer who spent like $10,000 on the game and got like no epic loots from it? Like he spent a bunch of money on the loot boxes and just didn't get any of the like the good shit from it, the epic level gear. So. And that's probably an extreme case, admittedly, but still, yeah, when I hear stuff like that, I feel like I have not missed out by choosing not to engage with the game. Now, what's this up here? More ruins, I'm curious. The ragdoll on the wall, I know, it was pretty wild. The transactions, yeah, the microtransactions are pretty predatory. Yeah, that tracks with what I've heard. It's really a shame, but it's also not terribly surprising. Wow, that is quite the ragdoll. I know somebody had told me that the jumpiness of a dead body's ragdollification. Actually, he could have a lockpick on him. I'll check. The jumpiness and bounciness of a ragdollification of a dead body is commensurate with the surplus force that you delivered when you killed something. So if something has like 2 HP left and you do 900 damage to it, that's just gonna go flying. Well, okay, maybe not literally flying, but it's gonna be launched to a pretty good degree. Whereas if they've got 2 HP left and you kill them, you hit them with a 3 damage attack, then they'll just kind of go, just fall over. So since we're using a fairly high level projectile spell, this one right here. See, what is it? It is Flash Bolt. How much damage is Flash? I think it's like 20 damage. So, yeah, something has like 2 HP left. Hit him with the 20 damage. It's gonna be a little sick. With some Grim Dawn, that would be a good one. Yeah, I've heard Grim Dawn is very good. In fact, I think you might have been one of the ones recommended to me, Elgaso. Heard Grim Dawn is good. Path of Exile, I know, is a favorite for many. It's a little like, yeah, a little side path that way. Let's check these ruins real quick. Yeah, as far as Diablo-like games are concerned, there's a lot of great options out there. And yeah, Diablo Immortal is apparently one of them. But yeah, when it was announced as a free-to-play mobile game, I'd already kind of turned my brain off from it because I knew that kind of stuff usually isn't really my cup of tea. The fact that it's like a pretty good game though, and that's like pretty well polished, and has like a lot of attention to detail, like that part does sound attractive, but the rest of it, I'd probably rather steer clear of. They're making us feel sad for, yeah, it's the, oh, what is it, from Dark Souls 1, Sif, I think, the wolf boss, where, I won't spoil it for those who don't know, but there is a point in the boss battle with Sif, if I'm remembering his name correctly, that will tug at your heartstrings, and you will not feel like a good person for doing what needs to be done. It is very sad. Sad doggo noises. Force mode. Oh, really, Dave? Oh, wow. Well, that'd be a really fun thing to play around with. I don't know if I should fuck around with that because, you know, I might need a thing from a dead body that I accidentally yeet into the sun. Accidentally on purpose, but that would be pretty fun. Oh my god. This has some entrance to Moria vibes. Speak friend. You may enter. It's a shit show. Yeah, I mean, I to be honest, I've played Path of Exile and I liked it, but I didn't like it enough to continue. Because as I was playing Path of Exile, I kept thinking to myself, I would rather be playing Diablo 2. And it's not because Diablo 2 is the better game. It's not because it's like more balanced or anything. It is exclusively because I'm an old, crotchety old man who's set in his ways, and I grew up, a significant portion of my adolescence was spent playing Diablo 2. So when I play a Diablo-like game that isn't Diablo 2 or 1, it tends to make me go, I wish it were Diablo 2. So that's like what oftentimes happens. The other thing though is that I think what it really comes down to is that I still do like Diablo 2 a lot. And I really, really like Diablo 1. When I was younger, I preferred 2. 2 was more actiony, had more variety with builds, more dynamicness to it. You know, it was more procedurally generated, so there was more replay value, that kind of thing. I really liked what Diablo 2 gave me. It was something that was fresh, and it was fun, and there weren't a ton of, at the time when it first came out, weren't a ton of imitators. Now, there's a lot, if I want my Diablo fix, there's a lot of options. A lot of probably even better options than, you know, the mainline Diablo series. Diablo 3 I enjoyed, but, you know, it's not the best. But as I've gotten older, I've found myself wishing more and more, ooh, oh god, oh, don't put my sunglasses on, Jesus, that's bright. Yeah, and by the way, I have bloom turned off. If you don't believe me, I do have bloom turned off, but I do have high dynamic range on. Bloom lighting is off. HDR lighting is on. High dynamic range. In fact, we just kind of saw it in action. When we entered the dungeon, the glowiness was like off the charts. Actually, I guess it's still off the charts, but it kind of fades in and out like it did just there. It's like our eyes were adjusting. But yeah, I find myself being drawn, more and more. Oh, Jesus. What's this gonna be? To Diablo 1, to the more kind of slower pace, less of like a screen clearing simulator, you know, screen clearing kind of game, and more of a exploring the dungeons, taking it slow, being scared of what's around each corner. I mean, Diablo 1 is almost a turn-based game, which makes sense because under the hood, it is a turn-based game. When they were making Diablo 1, it was originally going to be like a turn-based dungeon crawler, and at some point late in development, they realized, like, man, if we just made it like pretty almost real time, it'll be much more engaging. And that's what they did. And you will see like indications of this when you're playing Diablo 1. There are certain monsters that will specifically, they won't like attack you like outright. They're like, there's melee monsters that won't automatically just go for you. What they'll do is they'll sit in just on the outside of your light radius, so you'll be able to see them. You'll be able to see like kind of the shadows that they cast, but they won't go for you immediately. They wait like a predetermined amount of time, and then they go for the lunge. So like behavior like that is a relic of Diablo 1 originally being a turn-based game. So what they really just did is they just upped the frequency of the turns. So really it's a turn-based game where there's turns happening very rapidly. Well, Alex, isn't any game a turn-based game then? Well, I mean, sure, 60 frames per second, that's 1 turn per second, sure. But the way Diablo was doing it under the hood was kind of, it was deliberate. So because of its nature and its more slower pace, I kind of want more games like that. Whenever I play a Diablo like nowadays, it feels more like a screen clearing game. It feels like a game where I press some buttons, I blast bad guys, I'm picking up loot, and I'm just like feeding this serotonin button clicker game into my brain, where I get the shinies, I get the cool numbers, I kill the big bosses, I get the rift portals to get the mega bosses for the mega loot. Like, that's cool, but I lose interest pretty quickly. Like my serotonin receptors get burnt out on that particular type of game quicker than I used to. So I'm drawn more towards the slower dealios. Too convoluted, yeah. Still more of a Diablo 2, exactly, yeah. It's a different vibe. Well, and I love the story in Diablo 1 and 2. Maybe not so much 3. Also, that speed potion. I have a feeling I need to go fast. I was wondering if there was going to be like if the wall was going to come down and crush me. Like, how'd that blood get on the ceiling, I wonder? Or if there was going to be a fucking Indiana Jones boulder coming after me. Okay, I have to... Oh. That is exactly what it is. That's fantastic. That's why they gave you that speed potion. Fun to go. Yeah. Well, the nice thing about Diablo 3 on like consoles, that like local multiplayer is sick. Like, that's really fun. And that's one thing I really will speak highly of when it comes to Diablo 3 is the multiplayer with friends is great. Diablo 2 on the Switch. Wait, is Diablo 2 on the... Oh, there's the resurrected version, right? Yeah. Forgot about that detail. Fighting an evil, that's... Yeah, definitely Diablo 1 gave you that vibe for sure. Yeah, really dark. I mean, Diablo 1 at times is straight up a horror game, I would say at least. This guy heard the trap go off. He's like, hey, what's going on? Are you bad? Yes, you are bad. He might be a vampire. Got that bow and arrow, though. It'd be sick if I could get his ass crushified. But he does not want. He thinks he's sneaky. Now, if he is a vampire, I think he'd be weak to fire, wouldn't he? Or is that not a vampire thing in this game? It'd be weak to, like, sunlight, that kind of thing. What is fire if not just extra spicy sunlight? Oh, he's dead. A turn, yeah, like a true turn-based version. Whoop. These are indeed vampires. Silver arrows. Those are pretty darn good. It's got that bow. So but I'm gonna keep exploring. I'll take that bow with me when we leave. Also, I'm over encumbered. Shocking. I probably can make some potions to free up some space. Pillars of Eternity Street? Yeah, I think so too. That is also on my list. Thanks for joining, by the way, Street Halo. Yeah, that one is also on my list. There's a number of games that, yeah, sound like they're more analogous to old school Diablo that I think I would enjoy. And of course, there's Baldur's Gate that are more turn-based. I have played Icewind Dale with friends years ago, and I really enjoyed that. And that also has a kind of similar, like, it's turn-based, but you can kind of have the combat more or less auto-play the turns, so it's a little bit faster. A little bit more like rapid fire in that sense. A lot of things to make potions, but not a lot of stuff. Probably I'm just gonna drop a bunch of this, actually. I could use the vampire dust, but nah. I think what I will do is I'll just drop some of this stuff. Anything else that I'm hanging on to that... In fact, I might even just drop a bunch of these silver arrows. Because realistically, we're not going to need that many of them. Yeah, these I would want to sell. Anything else I was hanging on to? Those are pretty good. I think these restore magicka when you use them. Whoops. And of course these hammers don't really do me a whole lot of good. Might even just drop them for the time being. The thing with these hammers is that my armorer skill isn't really high enough to be able to repair anything that's like truly of worth. Like I wouldn't be able to repair my magic gear. And as we're playing, we're gaining more and more magic gear. So it is becoming less worth. What greaves do I have right now? Okay, I already have light armor greaves, so we're good there. The villains in 3 gloated it. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't disagree. I liked 3, but when 3 was announced, I had already resigned myself to accepting that it was going to be a very different kind of experience. Yeah, we're right. We have a lot of potions. I want to sell a bunch of them, but realistically, there's a bunch that they're like fairly valuable. Of course, then there's some that we really can't sell. Well, the chameleon, yeah, chameleon's pretty nice. That's one I'm less inclined to part with. Yeah, a lot of these are like, they're also kind of like fairly heavy in some cases. So yeah, there would be things that if I needed to free up some space, it'd be a pretty obvious choice. Yeah, I can't remember in Morrowind if vampires were weak to fire or if they resisted fire. Of course, there were a lot of dark elf vampires in Morrowind, and dark elves naturally resist fire pretty strongly. Hey, what's up, Irossi? It's a good, yeah, that's what I've heard. I've heard, like, if you want a turn-based Baldur's Gate-esque game, that, yeah, Pillars is a real good one. Pillars of Eternity, and I think isn't there a Pillars of, there's like a second one as well. I haven't heard as much about that one, but yeah, Pillars of Eternity is one that frequently gets recommended. Yeah, lots of peeps. I wonder if they can actually, oh yeah, there are stairs. I'm just gonna assume this is a vampire cavern. I'm just gonna assume these are all bad guys. I'm probably correct. Sometimes I tend to think like, well, what if there's good guys that are like held hostage? But since these are vampires, all vampy boys and girls, I probably don't have to worry. I think I made them all big mad. I was wrong. That person has not noticed me. Senpai. You're absolutely upstairs. Damn it. Trying to do this one at a time because I fear that these vampires are spicier than I want to admit that they are. So I'm trying to do one at a time if I can help it. It's pretty, yeah, I mean, you're not wrong, Oga. So yeah, it really isn't, it's not like I'm missing out too much by dumping some of them, and I'm really not struggling for gold anyway. So at the end of the day, it's really not anything that needs to be scrutinized that heavily. So I wouldn't disagree. What's up, JD? Good to see you, buddy, and congrats on beating Crosscode. I remember when you started, I guess that was a few weeks ago, and it sounds like it was a pretty thick game, like pretty good amount of content in that game. The one shot, wow. I'm guessing he must have just been a very weak lad, or was very weak to fire. Look at that. That person just felt a firebolt just graze past her arm, and she was like, nah, I don't gotta react to that, it's fine. There we go, there's a hit, yeah. She's like, let me just stand here menacingly. I can't believe we got the one-shot on that guy. That poor dude had no idea what was coming. There's an orc, too. You'd think they'd be a little bit chonkier. Got that dark shirt. Give me the vampy dust. 40, that's a pretty thick playthrough, man. Yeah, I feel like it was less popular. I might have even heard some mixed things about it, but yeah, it's probably still a good game for sure. Baldur's Gate is on the Switch. Oh, that's cool. I didn't realize that. That's awesome. Solasta, that's one I've heard of for sure. Like Pillars of Eternity, yeah. 40 hours to complete Crosscode, JD. That's awesome, man. Because I'm missing eyes, says JD. Well, that's the only way to see the truth is by removing our mortal vestiges naturally. Yeah, you ever just miss some eyes? I'm guessing that's like a collectible kind of thing. Yeah, so you'll scoop up the remaining oculars. The remaining eyeballs. Alright, no baddies nearby. So we could plunder deeper. Plunder, but I hardly even know her. D-Man's been enjoying Crosscode as well. Yeah, it's... When I was watching JD play it looked pretty satisfying. It looked pretty solid. And I've definitely heard good things about it, so it, like many things, is on my list. No, I don't think I need steel arrows. I'm less inclined to care about. Silver arrows, at least, can be sold for a decent bit. And they're pretty light. So we would need to do something to either raise this up. Yeah. Be able to get over there. And continue our merry little jaunt. Yeah, this guy had like an axe and a shield. Like, he wasn't like some dainty little archer. He was a beefy warrior. We one-shot his ass with a well-placed firebolt. I don't think there are crits for magic in this game. You know, when you cast a spell like Flashbolt, just 20 damage, and I think 20 damage is 20 damage all the time. Or I'm just such a gamer. We pro-shot that shit. Oh, were you, JD? Oh, no, yeah, like, one of those things where you were like, do I go this way or that way? And it was like, well, I'll just take the gamble. I'll take the coin flip. Satisfying game. Nice, man. I'm glad you're enjoying it, bud. Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 are on console port. Wow. Oh, no, the Dark Alliance. Yeah, I do know about Dark Alliance, and I love Dark Alliance. That's another really fun, like, local multiplayer dungeoneering kind of game. Dungeon crawling, rather, not dungeoneering. It's not the right word. Integrating party members. That's good. Yeah, that sounds really encouraging. Mr. Check, what's up, bud? We're playing some more Oblivion. Good to see you, bud. Finishing all the characters. That's a good sign. Another one shot, although I'm pretty sure that was a high elf. And high elves are like mega weak to spells. They're awesome spellcasters, but they themselves are highly susceptible to spell damage. Are you sure he was a vampire, Alex? Well, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure he was a vampire. Press the block. I mean, he was either a high elf or a Breton, but he looks high elf to me. Here we have a spell for this. I was robbing him. Yeah, that is something I tend to spend a lot of time with in all Elder Scrolls games is gallivanting about and seeing what kinds of things we can glean from others. For better or for worse. What dis? Oh my. Just a ceremonial helmet. It's not like very good value-wise or armor-wise. Looks very cool though. Looks like Loki's helmet from the movies. 12 gold, I'll take that. There's some optional bosses that are pretty... Oh, really? Some pretty beefy optional bosses in the game then. Dragon Age. Yeah, some of the other ones. Some of the other ones didn't, like, interest you as much, like the other character plots and such. Yeah, the fact that I've heard almost universally positive things about Pillars of Eternity, to me, is indicative of, like, yeah, this game is... Or that game is worth playing. I have telekinesis. I do have it. That's cool. This just looks cool. Can I not take it? Huh. I was thinking it would let me grab it or like levitate it or something. I guess telekinesis doesn't let you like retrieve things. Wait, what if I did this? There we go. There we go. We're just trying to steal things. Over encumber, that's fine. We can just drop some shit. Talk about lots of games. I'm down for it. I'm down to talk about games. Especially because, yeah, we were talking earlier about RPGs that are... Yeah, like have interesting story things. Like, yeah, we were saying Diablo 1. Like I always thought the vibe in 1 and 2, yeah, felt like an air. There was an air of like not fully understood menace and evil, you know, with the things you were fighting in Diablo 1 and 2 especially. So, like in those games, and yeah, the first two especially, that like not fully understanding, you know, what we're taking on, like, you know, Diablo 1 as you're venturing into the cathedral, you know, you see the butcher for the first time, like that shit is shit that sticks with you, man. It's like just kind of that almost kind of horror element is something that I think a lot of subsequent Diablo games and Diablo-like games, I'm not gonna say that they fail to, you know, I can't really get that one, can I? I'm not gonna say that they fail to get at that aspect that I like, because it's not something that everybody wants necessarily. Right there. Whatever, who cares? Hit the switch. Probably gave us the stairs now. Imagine if this was like some kind of required quest MacGuffin. Then that'd be maddening. That's right, Irossi. Irossi knows that I tend to oh, it's, I guess you would toggle. You'd toggle between the way back and the way forward. You would hit that switch again. But yeah, Irossi knows my backlog is a little bit silly. And as you can tell by the way I play this game, I tend to play games fairly slow in the grand scheme of things, because I want to, you know, really drink in each game. I really want to savor them. So yeah, the backlog will take a bit, but it's a good problem to have. It means I'll never be bored. You like to talk about food? Food is one of those things when it comes to Twitch chats. Food and anime and like movies or TV shows, things that are like universally, maybe not always universally enjoyed, but like things that people have like universally have opinions on. Like talking anime, talking food are always like things I enjoy and very much encourage on my stream, at least, because yeah, they're things that like everybody eats food, and a lot of people. Not literally everybody, but a lot of people watch anime. A lot of people have opinions on these things. So it's like, it's something that everybody can contribute to. If we're talking video games, most people here probably have played a video game once or twice. But not everybody necessarily has played Oblivion or has played Diablo 1 or Pillars of Eternity or Dragon Age. So like, you know, certain conversation topics are harder for some to be involved with, and others are like, oh, I can definitely contribute to this one. I have experience with this thing. So yeah, like I always see food or anime or video games in general as being enjoyable subjects to venture into when it comes to stream convos. Huh. Yeah, I see blood on the floor. I see large object. I'm like, I don't know what this is all about. Some kind of thing that comes from the main character of Beyond Humanity. Sure. Yeah, I see what you're getting at. Very easy lock. I don't actually have that selected right now. Shazam. We'll take them both. Velveeta mac and cheese. Got some tomatoes. In my GERD. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that it, made you unable to eat it. I'll confess, I don't know what GERD stands for, but it's probably something that is, I'm guessing, unpleasant. Some of them animes. It's just like one of my Japanese animes. Yeah, I remember watching something a little while back that was talking about, that is the wrong spell. That was talking about like ways. Oh, really? Okay. I was wanting to cast more spells. Then ran out of the juice. But yeah, I was watching a YouTube video, and it was talking about ways to engage with your audience as a streamer, that kind of thing. And one guy was like, hey man, if nothing else, it never hurts to have like a kind of a, in your back pocket, an idea of things to talk about. Let's drop those. Like topics to talk about, to get your chat moving, to get people talking. And one real low-hanging fruit is be like, yo, anybody seen any good anime? Because that will more often than not inspire some conversations. Let's switch here. It is something that is, I mean, not everybody watches anime, but a lot of people that enjoy video games and watch Twitch are of an anime watching persuasion. Not always, but frequently. And more of these things. What I'm trying to remember is how we got in here, because I feel like the door closed behind us. That is exactly what happened. Yes, yes. So heard something slide open. Unless I already had hit that prior. Okay, we'll try this one then. So that opened the way back. I was thinking there was like something was gonna like be summoned inside the cage and then it would break out. Like I was like, what is this like blood on this altar mean? What does it mean? And there don't appear to be any other compartments, just this one over here. Nothing else shows up on the map, at least. British food, that's right. And it's always a learning experience for me, because I've never been to England. Acid reflex, I gotcha, yeah, so if that acts up, then probably gets in the way of enjoying food, yeah. I'm sorry, John, that sounds unpleasant. And you were talking about the muscle tendon stuff earlier, too, so... Or John's had the whole run of it. It's like an embodiment. Yeah, like it's like from themselves, like yeah, the worst part of themselves or something. Keeping the cats. Oh, that is something I would gladly do, John. I'm always happy to entertain kitty cats. That sounds wonderful. Don't know if I've absorbed any of it. Like I said, I do try to learn. I do try to learn. I don't always succeed, but I do try to like to maintain the interesting things that that people share with me, especially when it comes to like things from their culture, things from their country. Interesting things about food, or interesting things about things that they've experienced. I don't know. I try what I can to maintain just interesting things when people share them, in Twitch chat, that kind of thing. Some of it, I'll admit, yeah, some of it I try to react to it and I try to internalize it, but sometimes I do, forget certain details when it's all said and done. But yeah, I try to be a good boy from time to time. Only sometimes though. If I'm a good boy too often, then that's going to be an expectation that gets unrealistic. Also, yeah, looking at my inventory as far as things to drop per value, I would say we're probably good on these things. Any more of them, it's going to get a bit much. When we pressed this other switch then, so this is open now. Oh, and I think this wall was closed off. And to be clear, these stairs are still, yeah, just a one-way deal. Okay. So another instance. And really, I think, yeah, it's been a full clear so far. Wait, hold on. The Lorsal. Oh. Huh. I must have missed that. Oh, it was like a little side path. Okay. So never mind. It is not a full clear yet. We have more to explore. Hopefully you're a bad guy. You seem like a bad guy. Well, you're dead, so... Yeah, I think vampires are just weak to fire, because we're just one-shotting these fools left and right. Not literally one-shotting that guy. He took 2 shots, but still. Bangers and mash. Yeah, that's one of them. I mean, there's others, yeah. I remember, yeah, talking about the snack exchange or doing like a soda exchange. Because I know Jack has said that, yeah, there are certain American implementations of soda that he cannot get in the UK. Which does sound cool, but the only downside is that, like, I feel like the things I would have to offer would be not as cool as the stuff that he would offer, because I feel like the high fructose corn syrup shit we have here is not very pleasant. It's why I really don't drink soda much nowadays. Got that good chocolate. That's right, the good chocolate. A Bombay bad boy. I don't know what that is, but it sounds spicy, and it sounds like something I would probably enjoy. Although Check's response makes me question. Let's drop a bunch of these. Just fucking burn the vampires, baby. That's how we do. Sometimes in a single shot, in a single shit. He was a dark elf. That's why he survived that first hit. What a dude, taking that first shot on the chin. It's our culture, says Irasi with the smug face. Yeah, so I forgot that Irasi and Check, they're both Englishmen. This one is locked with an average lock. Whoops. I have 23 lockpicks, by the way. There was a time where I was really struggling for lockpicks. Now I am... Well, I was about to say I have more than I know what to do with. Turns out I know exactly what to do with them. I mean to break them on average locks. Damn it. Man, these motherfuckers don't know. Once I get open average lock, the spell, oh baby, it's over for these motherfuckers. It's over. It's a type of ramen. I gotcha. I do enjoy ramen. It's not my favorite noodle type of meal, but yeah, I'm down for some good ramen. There's a number of places near me that do very good ramen. In fact, there's a place that specializes in ramen called Noodle House. It's it's like 1 or 2 suburbs away from me. It's very good. Grace and I go there from time to time, and it's always a good place to hit up. There's a few places near me that do really good pho, which I always really like. And of course, I recognize pho and ramen are different, but to my Midwestern composure is similar enough. Similar enough to count. Let's go and hit that switch in. Is that battle music? Sounds like battle music. Oomst has seen me. Oomst has perceived my likeness. Well, let's hit the switch and find out. Let's fuck around and find out. On a timer. I'm like, is there another thing that opened behind me or something? No idea. Yeah, so the spicy ramen thing, that's like a mid-tier thing. Yeah. So like there's like things that'd be just more worthwhile. I gotcha.
Showing your face was the last mistake you'll ever make.
Oh, there you are. Can I? Oh, I cannot. Okay. So that's why he's able to talk shit and not get hit. True tea cakes. I've had like, let me think about this. If I had tea cakes before, I've had what people would describe as tea cookies, but of course they were here in the States. They probably weren't very authentic. But I've had things inspired by, you know, tea snacks, if that's the generic term. Light armor skill. Now, in Morrowind, I think if a vampire like hit you with a bow and arrow attack, I think there was a chance that they could still like apply diseases to you. I don't think this game works that way though. You know, give you the vampire disease, the good one. The currant buns with the Scottish biscuit. They both sound nice. Oh, Jesus. Speak of the goddamn devil. Well, where'd you even come from, motherfucker? There we go. Now, I'm pretty sure it's a disease that can be cured. I think if I were to let it fester, it would become a problem. And by become a problem, I would just turn into a vampire. Pretty sure that's what what's it called? Yeah. Porphyric hemophilia. Pretty sure that's the disease that, if left untreated, turns you into a vampire. But I don't have enough magic to cast this myself. I got some potions. Maybe I should wait to cure it after we clear this dungeon, though, that because we could always contract it again, I suppose. Spitting on his hair. Yeah, I feel like that was the thing in Morrowind. I could be misremembering. The idea of like being able to contract a disease like porphyric hemophilia remotely, you know, by distance. I think that is inaccurate. Yeah, that dude kind of came around from me. I was thinking that, yeah, this guy can't figure. Oh, okay, maybe he's figuring it out now. As I was wondering if they were walled in. You would go for the werewolf in Skyrim. Yeah, I mean, I don't know much about Skyrim. The werewolf stuff in Morrowind, in the Blood Moon expansion, was cool for a plot device and had some neat things about it, but seemed like it was more trouble than it was worth. Hopefully in Skyrim it's a little bit more interesting. Yo, Nepsa, good to see you, friend. Are wolves immune to diseases in Skyrim? Oh, man. He would just let me... If he would just, like, stand still here, I could blast his ass. Can I just, like, jump over this? If you came back over here, I could just blast you from afar.
Die, damn you! Ah! Do your worst.
There's at least one more. Where that came from. Let's drop a few more of these bad boys. Guess I could use one too. I think if you use one of these, it just gives you magicka back. Restore your magicka, yeah. So it's like instant magicka.
This ends here.
There's a chest here. Somebody really likes talking shit back there, but...
Blood! I need your blood!
I mean, someone's having just a great old time over here. You okay, fam? Rude. He was having such a fun time just yelling at us from afar. We got to, like, you know, do things. Some cool werewolf mods in Skyrim. Oh, thank you, Neps. I'm sorry to hear the internet's being weird for you. Yeah, that is how it goes sometimes. Hopefully it's not on my end. It doesn't show me dropping any frames, but it's happened before. Also, steel armor. Haven't seen that. A whole lot of that, at least, yet. On bad guys, at least. Let's go ahead and drop more of these crystal things. I'm thinking we probably actually won't really keep these crystals because they're kind of too heavy to be worthwhile. So so werewolves are just immune to that kind of shit. That's interesting. There's, I think, at least one chest I passed up earlier. I'm going to check that real quick. Very easy. That's what I like to hear. I tend to go up to the highest degree that I can. That way I'm casting a higher level spell, and it's hopefully leveling my spells, or my skills a little bit better. Just immune to disease. Yeah, I gotcha. They're really not too bad in Skyrim. That's good. I don't know about Oblivion. I know in Morrowind there's some pretty rough ones. There are some that are considered incurable, and without spoiling it too much, I'll just leave it at that. But yes, there are some diseases where if you get the disease, it's a problem, like a real big problem, and can be game breaking. I'm interested because if we ever wanted to go back, we'd have to open this through some other means, yeah. But anyway, yeah, the idea that they've kind of been made less of a problem in the subsequent games is interesting. Yeah, just never even seen it. It's like, what, that just never even registered. It's like I forgot that feature existed in this game. Oh my goodness, CD, thank you, my friend. The old Diablo trick and drop weapons. Yeah. I would do that shit as well, Rossi. Back in the days of Diablo 1, I would go back to town, drop anything interesting that I had found, just leave it in town, and go into the dungeons, acquire more gear, bring it back to downtown, drop it on the ground. But in Diablo 1, there is a limit of like the number of things that can be on the ground and like loaded into memory, at least at once. And there were some quest items that I couldn't, like, that would get lost because I would go to pick them up, and the second it dropped on the ground, it would kind of wink out of existence because I had too much crap back in town and that was still in memory. So, so there were times that came back to bite me. But yes, that was a legit trick. Thank you to CD, by the way, for the very nice raid, playing some Skyrim. And if I'm not mistaken, this would be CD's first, I want to say, unmodded playthrough of Skyrim. Is that correct? CD has played many an Elder Scroll game in the past. In fact, I don't know if I've seen you stream Oblivion, but I know I feel like I've heard you play it before. She's played Skyrim before. She plays a lot of Soulsborne games. In fact, CD is a fellow stream team member. I posted the link a little bit earlier. She's a stream team member, and Adam, the Fuzzy, rated us earlier. He was playing some Elden Ring. So, yeah, we have a lot of stream team members who are fans of the Soulsborne games and Elder Scrolls games. This is my first Oblivion playthrough. I'm playing completely vanilla. No mods, no shenanigans along those lines. And I'm playing the Game of the Year edition with all the DLC, all the expansions. Yes, that includes the horse DLC armor, the greatest DLC in all the lands. You know, I'm mostly memeing, of course. But yes, we got lots of Oblivion times ahead of us. What character did you make, Alex? I will show you. So, we made this purple boy. We called him Sadge Maroon. For anybody who doesn't know, I'm gonna quiz you guys and gals. What do you think his race is? Based on this sad purple man you see before you. My goals when I made his face was I wanted his face to be as round, purple, and sad as possible. So he's like a sad little bruised tomato. And if you check the side profile, you'll quickly see he's got the Jay Leno prominent chin. He's got a nice little underbite too, a nice nosy in there as well. And he looks very sad. So I feel very accomplished. But thank you all for joining in. Thank you again to CD for the very generous review. We got Scarlet, we got Robco, Glass Joe. For those who don't know, for those who don't know, if you want the knowledge, I will give you the knowledge. So he is a dark elf, believe it or not. He's a dark elf. The giveaway is the red eyes, but dark elves kind of have an ashen skin, and with the kind of skin texture, and with the ridiculous freedom that the sliders give you in the character creation tool, we made a purple bulbous boy. We actually wanted to call the class marriage counselor, but we didn't have enough characters, so he's just a rotund lad. And yeah, we're only level 5. We're still pretty early on in the game. We like delivered the amulet to the lad and Wayne Priory. So now we need to find the well, I don't want to. For those who don't know, I guess I shouldn't spoil it, but we need to find another person now. However, I've gotten slightly distracted with side quests, doing some Mages Guild stuff. Our class we made is very magic-y, although when the chips are down, we can whip out some blades and kick some ass if need be. Also, we just got vampire disease. I'll be curing it shortly. We do have porphyric hemophilia. I'm guessing this works the same way in Morrowind, where if you let this disease progress too far, you'll turn into a vampire. I'm gonna cure it, but only once we're done with this dungeon, because this dungeon is crawling with vampires. If I cure it now, they could just slap it on me again. Also, yeah, we were saying earlier how silly that is. Like, a dude hit me with a sword and I got this disease. What was he doing? Was he just like licking the sword and then slap me with it? The nerve, these motherfuckers. But CD, thank you again for that raid. I meant to ask this of Adam. I'll ask this of you, CD, and I'll ask this if anybody from Adam's stream also knows the answer. CD or anybody from Adam's stream, do you guys have any clips from your streams that just ended that you would like to share? Because CD's been doing some Skyrim. She's been killing it. I've been lurking in some of those streams. Much like how I was lurking for a lot of Elden Ring and a few other things. So I tend to be a lurky boy a lot of the times. But thank you again to CD for the very, very kind raid. What's up, Vfon? Yeah, very much a dark elf. Yeah, well, yeah, the red eyes, I think, is the giveaway. Oh, he looks extra sad right now. The way his eyes were, like, looking downwards, it's like, oh, you poor lad. Yeah, I wonder if, like, looking at things... Yeah, there we go. Like, if a thing is nearby, his eyes will gravitate towards it. I think the best accord was when George was in here, when I was making the character, Zero Period Productions. And, of course, there's that famous intro with the Emperor, and he's like, you, I've seen your face before. I've seen your face in a dream before. And George's take was, you, I've seen your face before. And it made me throw up in my mouth a little bit. Yeah, accurate. Can't say I blame you. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this repair hammer, although I can't really use it very well because our armorer skills are quite low. And we mostly have, at this point, we mostly have magic gear. So there's only so many things I can repair. Because, yeah, like if you try to repair a magic thing, it's like, oh, you got to be journeyman or higher, which I think is like level 50. So we got a ways to go. Yeah, I was thinking about accountant would be good. Or, yeah, I also tried wedding singer. That didn't work. I just love the idea of marriage counselor or just something like a very mundane sounding trade. I get a forklift operator would have been the ultimate power move, but there's not enough characters for that one. Or yeah, forklift operator. What I said one the other day. What was it? No, a notary public. Yes, I'm a notary public. I can officiate legal document. Maybe not officiate, but that's not the right word. But I can validate legal documents. What a sexy way to run the show. All right, you seem like you were special. It's a very lucky shot. Not enough magic. Ouch. This person might be the leader of the gang. I know him well. He's finally back to kick some. Ah! Really, we're gonna do this? I think somebody else hit me with something. Someone else in here? Nope. Okay. This guy might be the leader of the bunch. Fuck him up. Ouch. I feel like I just hit the wall in front of him. Vampire Patriarch. Yep, he's the big man. Now he's the big dead. I woke up in a cold sweat. And my sheets were moist for some reason. No comment there. Sleep paralysis demon? Yes, accurate. Just chilling. No, it's totally fine, CD. Again, I really appreciate you for rating me. That's very sweet. And like I said, if you enjoy the Oblivion streams I've been doing and you want more Elder Scrolls streamers in your life, you gotta hit CD with that follow. Granted, if you're hearing my words right now, there's a statistical probability that you're already following her. But if you were on the fence, I would highly, highly recommend it. She is an excellent streamer and just a cool person. She's got a bunch of great people in her community that you will likely see in other streamers around, like Scarlet and Grovana and George, whom I mentioned earlier. So, oh, I like the blue switch juice. I was just listening to Elvis just the other day, actually. It's funny that would come up. But yeah, no, if you get into CD's excellent community, follow some of the other streamers that kind of orbit around her community, you will inevitably be introduced to even more cool folks. It's adapted with Grovana as well. When I started following him and watching his streams, got to get more involved with other streamers communities and like kind of see what other folks are doing in their channels. So it's a good old time, man. It's a great way to make some new friends and meet some cool peeps and find more people to watch. That's actually one thing I was thinking about not too long ago. I follow so many, I think Scarlett was the one who pointed out, like, Alex, why do you follow so many people? Holy shit. I follow so many people on Twitch now that it's sometimes a problem where I don't know who to watch. I'll get them from work and my follows page is just just rows and rows. And it's like, how do I pick? The answer is that I don't pick one. I tend to bounce around, but it's hard to narrow it down sometimes. By the way, cool armor. Light armor, fire shield, hell yeah. And a resist, I'll take that too. So with that then, oh, don't mind my, I'm a little bit of a pin cushion right now. Don't worry about that. Get some extra silver arrows apparently. Let's drop like 3 of them. Okay, didn't get rid of those, I guess. So I have, yeah, the cure, I thought it said cursed shield, the cured shield. I have the 1 ring right here. As a hobbit, I'm a fan of 1 rings. This right here. Put that on there so we can wear 2 rings simultaneously. Makes perfect sense. So we have, what boots do we have right now? Fortify speed. I would probably prefer fortify speed than fortify sneak. Mercantile, which is nice, but this is fortify health. Probably a little bit nicer. Very good. A rough leather shield has served us quite well for quite a long time, but it's bound to get replaced one of these days. You know, as I'm fond of saying, it's a good problem to have. Having all these very cool streamer friends to follow and to watch their content and keep up with their cool shenanigans. Sometimes I will confess, sometimes I get my wires crossed a little bit. Like I'll be watching Grovana, I'll be watching CD, Adam, George. Like I'll be watching a lot of these, because the thing is, a lot of the streamers that I mentioned, CD and Scarlett and like all these cool folks, we all kind of know each other. We raid each other all the time and we pop into each other's streams. So we all like to support each other. The one downside is though is that sometimes I get my wires crossed. I was like, oh yeah, I was watching Grovana play some Binding of Isaac. No, wait, no, that was Scarlett. Or no, was it Scarlett or wait, maybe it was Adam? Who was I watching the other day? Like sometimes because I saw them in the chat. Was that the person I was watching or was that the actual streamer themselves? So sometimes it's easy to get myself mixed up from time to time. This happens when you get old like me. I'm mostly joking. Actually, no, I probably shouldn't sleep yet because we have this disease. I don't want time to progress too much unless we like wrap up this place. Where's your sword, by the way? Just an iron longsword. Something said they were draining my agility, but it's possible it was the disease progressing. Yeah, not a cursed shield. Yeah, cured. I think it means that the shield has been... It's like, you know how there are cured meats? Maybe it's a cured meat shield. Fortify the sadgeness. So lip sand tarn. I think that's the main dealio. Let's double check here. Would be a full clear so far. Yes, that's back to the main area. Okay, this is the other entrance we saw. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and cure myself of the disease. I have potions for just such an occasion. Got the few there. I feel like there was like some really fancy cure disease potions here. Yeah, these are like the fancy ones. And I think these are the ones that I made myself. Oh, there's the damage health. You ever want to like... Oh, that's cure poison. Never mind. Yes, cure my poison, but also make it hurt a little bit. Just fuck me up a little bit, fam. So, I didn't get like any indicators to say that it definitely worked. But I don't have any negative thingies anymore, so I think we're in good shape. I think we avoided any permanent damage. So now, or actually really I guess what we do is we just jump down from here. This is just a shortcut back to the entrance. So I mentioned that I need to grab a bow on the way back, so that way I can solve this other puzzle. It's not so much a puzzle, but solve this other thing. Yeep. Okay, hold on. I have a very important... Okay, well, I need to make sure I don't explode myself first. I have a very important science experiment I need to perform. Because the physics in this game are always a good time. I want to see what happens. If the game will let me do the science experiment that I wish to perform. Right, we'll go this way. Fine, do it your way. Problem. Oh, there we go, there we go, there we go. It's a little bit weird. So, oh, okay, maybe I shouldn't stand right there. Can I just... Okay, that doesn't work. I'm a little scared. I'm a little scared because I'm worried that it might come down prematurely. I want to see what'll happen. I hope the answer is that it'll be weird and physics out a little bit. I'm also like listening for when it comes down. I'm thinking it'll either like physics him out a little bit or it just won't react. Just on mode's good to see you, bud. Oh my god. Yeah, Five Finger, I've had that exact same shit. I think that happened with Poe. I think I was going to raid Poe. Just Poe, and as I was like queuing up the raid, I brought up his stream. I always do this, like I'll bring up the raiders, the raid target's stream. I mean, he is squarely in the line of fire. How do I like trigger it though? Must be from over here then. We might not be able to see it, but anyway, yeah. I had that... There we go. Okay, so we didn't really get to see it. But that means I can just walk. I can put him right in the middle. This vampire agent. Trying to turn him into vampire jelly. Oh, come on. Oh, there. Oh, I looked away. Yeah, it actually doesn't really do that much. But anyway, yeah, as I had his stream up and like unmuted on my end, I heard him say, we're gonna raid Super Hub, and I'm like, damn it. So I like jumped into his channel. I was like, no, wait. I was getting ready to hit you up, dude. Like, it was just perfect timing. Oh man. Hey, welcome back, John. Yeah, we're actually just wrapping up. I'm grabbing a bow so that we can do that puzzle. Oh, it's not so much a puzzle, but open the switches from that other dungeon earlier. So I'm gonna drop some stuff to make room. In fact, I'm just gonna drop. Yeah, that's actually... Of course, that's a stolen one. Oh, right, we stole that from someone else. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and... Well, should I use it now? I have a bunch of things that have lost charges for sure. Because I've been using a lot of Chill Ren lately. Because yeah, these are all empty of their charges. I'll hang on to it for a little bit longer, but I'll want to use it eventually. They're greater soul gems, that's fine. Just gonna drop all these things. Actually, I'm not gonna drop the vampire dust because that's pretty valuable. I keep the slaughterfish because they don't even weigh anything anyway. Primrose leaves I'm gonna keep. Nernroot I'm gonna keep. Everything else, get him out of here. And then I think the bow is 10 pounds, so I need to relinquish a few other thingies. Yeah, these are too valuable, and these are things that are worth quite a bit to sell. So I'll keep those. Yeah, let's get rid of some other heavier potions. Oh crap! Actually, hold on. I need that cure paralysis potion. Because there's no other way to cure paralysis. I don't need all these though. Let's drop those. Potion of speed. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna need that. Night eye. I don't think I need that either. I'm a little bit less tempted to drop that one. Yeah, let's get rid of that guy. Let's go for like the heavier potions. Ooh, get that one, get that one. Oh, I don't need all these. Let's drop like... 4 of those. All right, let's just drop all of them. Okay. Boop. Oh, they're also... I like how you can just, like, beat the shit out of a potion. They never break. All that for a bow. Here it is. We can use it on that one puzzle. And now we have what we need. Let's get back. This is broad daylight. I don't need this torch out. No Gibbs in it. Yeah. Although, I don't know if there is in Skyrim either. I know there's a lot more like death effects in Skyrim, but I don't know if there's like any kind of dismemberment. It wouldn't shock me if there were mods that attempted to do such things. It was near, I think, it was Fort Rails. That's what it was. Let's see, is that cloud top down there? No, that's something else. See, look, again, more distractions, dude. Ouch, fall damage. Which is a legit strategy for making you more acrobatic. I don't think it quite works that way in real life. I think, you know, snapping your legs a twain would probably be ill-advised by, you know, professional trainers, that kind of thing. But here in the world of Elder Scrolls, that's a great way to make your jumping real good. Oh, where there's that bridge. There's something else, though, that I saw. Yeah, we eventually want to go that way. There's that wolf we demolished earlier. My pleasure. No, I'm always happy to know that there's kitty cats nearby. That's always fun. My fiance has 2 very fun little cats. And I never really grew up around cats. My mom was always allergic. But I've always liked them, and I've always enjoyed, like, you know, being around them, so it's a thing that is very much a positive thing in my life. When the cats are around. Only barely rated M because of some Dark Brotherhood shenanigans. Really? Yeah, I guess there's really not a lot of blood. And, like, I mean, there's violence, but it's not, like, gruesome. Or at least not, I mean, it hasn't gotten gruesome yet. Maybe it will later on. Maybe I'll be singing a different tune by some point. But so far, it hasn't been too bad. I think next time I'm in town, I'm just gonna sell off all of these, like, nuggets and sapphires and things. I was thinking, like, I would wait till I have, like, shopkeepers that like me more, so we can get more value out of it, but it's like, it doesn't really matter. It don't matter. None of this matters. Yeah, I thought I saw something else. Surprised that hurt me. But maybe all I was saying was just that one kind of spire. Thing is, the trees are very thick with several C's. Sometimes hard to see where I'm gallivanting. I think whatever I think I saw, I think I've either already passed it, or like I said, it was just that one small little miniature tower. This one right there. So in that case, we would go back to the previous dungeon. The fun dungeon, the fungeon. Yeah, Fort Rails, that's the one. Or Railus. You can decapitate people in this game or in Skyrim, because I think I've heard about that in Skyrim. The zombies are kind of gruesome, and they are sometimes at least partially disembodied. Or disembodied, that's not the right word, but like have had some limbs severed. It's a little bridge. I don't know if I've actually been that way. If I have, I don't remember going that way. I think what I really should do is stay fairly high elevation-wise. This Fort Rails is also, if I recall, fairly high up. Should probably try to keep to it there, if I can. In Skyrim, exactly. Yeah, that makes more sense. Yeah, it sounds like Skyrim probably more M-rated. The Argonians look like ghouls from Fallout 3 in Skyrim or in this game? Because in this game, I don't dislike how they look, but they do look unique in this game for sure. And D-Man loves the Argonians in this game. They're his favorite. He definitely is not terrified by them in the slightest. It's a tree trunk, not a bad guy. They look better in Skyrim. I'm not terribly surprised. So here's Cloud Top. I'm more of a Cloud Bottom, personally, but you didn't hear that from me. Yeah, it was. I think this was the one. Oh yeah, it was the. Never mind. The one that was in the side of a waterfall. That was a separate dungeon from last time. Here we go. There's the fortress. These bitches don't know. We're so ready this time. Last time we were bowless and sad. Ouch! My legs were functioning. Now I have a bow and some arrows, and also my legs have been removed surgically and fall damagically. Oop. Oop. Nothing else. It's not only is good for our acrobatics, but it's also good for letting us like get more reasons to heal ourselves, get that restoration up. Hell yeah. Female Argonians, their voices are like pleasant. They're surprisingly pleasant sounding. Same with orcs. In Morrowind, you would talk to an orc and they'd be like, fuck off, you old piece of shit. Like, they wouldn't say that, but they'd be like, Orc Brogog welcomes you. I am Orc Brogog. You're my best friend. And then you talk to an orc in this game, they're like, hello, my name is Orc Brogog. Welcome to my house. Would you like some tea? So they're very polite in this game. Same with the Dark Elves. You talk to a Dark Elf or a Dunmer in Morrowind, they're like, listen, kid, I just smoked like an entire bag of cigarettes. All right. I just smoked an entire bag of cigarettes and I'm on break, so make it quick, you piece of shit. In this game, it's like, hello, my name is Dark Elf McGee. Would you like a cup of tea? I very well do not miss being in Morrowind. I very much prefer being in here, in the land of Imperial people. It's quite pleasant. So, like, the differences between the games is always very fun. That's right, we're bringing it back, baby, back to where we started. But this time we got that knowledge, baby. I'm so excited. So heckin' excited. Steel bow. Get them arrows. Hell yeah. Awesome. Well, the good news is that it did autosave. It did autosave. Like, you have to hit it from like a certain angle. To light it on fire first. Let's try this one. Oh, I have to re-equip it. Is it the gems? No. The little hand popped up. Dude, I got bamboozled. I thought you hit the arrows with the switches. Oh, you hit the gems with the switches. Hit the gems with the switches. Or else you'll get stitches. Oh, that closes it. Oh. Yeah. There it is. And we're still sad. We're purple and we're sad. That's right. I'm going on an adventure. Imagine the voice of this man. Of this purple man. What is it? Joel Haver, the videos, the guy on YouTube that makes those rotoscoped animation videos, where it's like a rotoscoped version of himself, and he's like, "Adventure awaits! Huzzah!" You get that, but this guy, so it's like, "Adventure awaits." It's not quite as enthused. Okay, that was close enough though, yeah. Oh yeah, this whole time I thought I was hitting the switches. Turns out I was full of shit. Well, now this makes me wonder. Maybe I should have a bow on me at all times. Maybe like this is a thing that's gonna come up more often. Which makes me a little sad, because like I said, I'd rather just not fuck with bows. They're nice in this game, but just not something I myself really care too much to use. I would much rather use just like projectile from a distance spells, that kind of thing. So this motherfucker has no idea. Clueless. He's probably not a vampire though. Also, I think my torch ran out. I have a few more torches, just a handful. Good thing torches and lockpicks are weightless. Weightless in Seattle. Add any music? That's nice. Ambient is K-pop? That's fantastic. I mean, that's the same thing, right? Adventuring, classical fantasy music, delightful K-pop. I really don't see much of a difference. Could spells activate? I was trying it, yeah. I mean, we did find that to get the arrow to connect, it's got to be real specific. It's not a very generous hitbox. Maybe there's a real specific hitbox with projectile spells as well, but the fact that they gave me arrows specifically makes me think that, yeah, that is kind of what was the expectation. Or maybe it even has to be silver arrows in particular. Maybe these are like a special silver arrow receptacle thingy where a regular arrow wouldn't do it. It's hard to say, man. Music mods, yeah. There's some remastered Daggerfall ones. That's kind of cool. Oh, she actually... Well, for a second walked through. Then she got fucking deleted. Ouch. Ouch. Nice stun lock, bro. You are so tanky. Good lord, you do a lot of damage. Wowzers. It was just the runt of the litter. God damn. These clanfish don't fuck around. They fuck directly. Whoa, that's pretty cool. Shield 5%? Hell yeah. Although I wonder if that would go over my armor. Hope so. Let's find out. Now I'm gonna be a little sad. It's gonna make us not look as cool. Oh, it does. It does overwrite the armor. Yeah. Well, that's. I mean, we could sell it, but yeah, that's not gonna fly. We would still get greaves, so we wouldn't be completely pantsless. And boots. But yeah, it overwrites it. So yeah, just like in how in this game, yeah, you can't wear clothes underneath your armor. You can't wear clothes over your armor either. Silver's used for weapons, yeah. Yeah, there's pretty good density of silver weapons in this game. And of course, anything graded silver or higher can damage Daedra and ghosts, that kind of thing. Special enemies and the like. So I just stole this poor woman's clothes, although she had another robe. Just wear that robe, lady. Come on, it doesn't have to be that complicated. She had an offhand robe. Primary and a secondary. after more. Yeah, same, Johnson. Yeah, that's it's something I try not to harp on too much because, you know, it's kind of a low-hanging fruit to kind of shit on this game for that kind of stuff. So I don't let it get to me too much. But yeah, I do miss the, like, depths of the systems that you could get into. Like, the possibilities for those kinds of customizations and those kinds of complexities. Because, yeah, that was something I really enjoyed. And I do kind of miss in this one. And I've heard that in Skyrim it's even more limited. So, which is a slight bummer. These boxes are... Oh, wait, no, they do have things. Doe skin. The calcinator. Torches keep burning out, man. It's just the light spell, if nothing else. Lots of unique armors, yeah. Yeah, that is the one nice thing, you know, when it comes to being sad about less customization in games like Skyrim. At least there are mods to shore up some of the things that the base game might be lacking. Doesn't quite fix all of the issues, but still, it is nice knowing that there's options. Galarion, fundamentals of the good shit, and Inkwell. Taking that just because they're pretty light anyway. 1 pound is nothing. Not too shabby. Take your healing. Take all that. Thank you very much. What do you guys think? Top bunk or bottom bunk? I'm feeling top bunk. I should level. Yeah, still only... Man, that's really a shame. Despite, like, getting a bunch more levels in various skills, we don't get a lot of pluses, which is a shame. So yeah, I guess I'll grab luck. I haven't actually put anything into luck. Level 6. A different piece of armor in every... Yeah, I love that in Morrowind. Especially, like, in the early game. You kind of... You really feel and look the part of the adventure. Just slapping together whatever you can find. Whatever you can scrounge together, because getting money early on is kind of hard to do, so it's hard to just buy the good shit. Early Morrowind really feels like a desperate experience, which is not a bad thing. I rather enjoyed the desperation. So probably I'll loop around, I'm guessing. Although... Oh, sure, actually, I think I will double back foist. Strength... It would, Five-Finger, yeah, I thought about it, but... I also feel like I should... Oh my god. I should be encouraged to... be more choosy. Choosy, hobbits, choose... luck. I should not be encouraged to hoard everything I find. God damn it. Okay, fine. So I can't get past you to hit the lady. Like, circled around her. He despawned. Yeah, summon things usually despawn afterwards. Usually. You can kill my scamps, murder my shit. All over the place. Doing the thing. Blue suede shoes. Okay, I don't know the lyrics, but anyway, yeah, blue suede shoes. Every time I see it. Surely they knew what they were doing. Do anything but harm my blue suede shoes. Do I still hear battle music? Let me raise the music up a little bit. That is not the heal spell. I get heals and fireballs mixed up sometimes. That's definitely battle music. I don't see anything. No, oh, did I actually grab them? I was just thinking like, oh yeah, actually, I think I will grab those things. Yeah, I did grab them. Okay. Something sees me. Oh. Oh, another one of those things. Gross. I'm gonna wait till I get my shit repaired. So this one does not have a head. So no arrow puzzles yet here. Who keeps these candles burning? Bosmer using Bosmer armor? Who would have thunk it? I would not have thunk it. Fireball, heal. I mean, we're just cauterizing the wounds. Just fighting dinosaurs. You know how it is. Light armor increased. Nice. Oh, he's dead. I had to make absolutely sure. Edit the name to include... Oh, yeah. I mean, that's always helpful, but, you know, obviously it's not necessary. I don't require that people have, like, a tie back to the Twitch. It is oftentimes easier, because there are times where I'll be like, wait, who was that again? Especially if, like, they're changing the name frequently. I have some friends on Steam that do this shit all the time. They will change their screen names, like, a couple times, like, maybe once every few months. So whenever I see them, like, I'll get a notification. I'll be like, who is that? Then I'll see the profile picture. I'll be like, oh, that person. Usually it's memes, obviously. Usually the screen name selections are just for funsies. Good to be nice. It is helpful, John. I do appreciate that, bud. But it's not actually in vanilla. Okay, yeah. It sounds like the kind of thing that would be special. All of what? That also sounds special. So... yeah, there was a door back this way. Yeah, let's go ahead and check this out real quick. I think it autosaves. I wanted more fireballs. Or it's not really a fireball, it's a firebolt. Boy, he parried my shit. He kind of gives no fucks about fire. They seemed like they might resist fire. Wouldn't surprise me, because I think Clanfear would technically be Daedra. That being because in Morrowind, when you kill a Clanfear, you can usually get a Daedra heart out of it. Carve out their hearts and eat it to gain their courage. Do a Daedra heart this time, though. It's not always the same one in every platform. Yeah, I got you. I mean, sometimes it's hard to, because a name available on one platform is not always available on others. I would love to just grab the Twitter handle @SuperHobbit on Twitter, but the person that uses that has that Twitter handle uses it to like retweet one thing like maybe once every like 4 years, but it is somewhat active, so you know I can't like petition to have it, you know, closed down so I could gank the handle. Like the dude has like it's like a dude, I think in England he has like 4 followers, probably not, it's probably got like 100 followers. And he likes things once every few months and posts something or like retweets something like once every like 2 or 3 years. Or maybe it's slightly more frequent. I can't remember the details, but I remember being like, dude, how can I bribe you to give me that handle? This makes things so much easier. Because I was able to secure it with YouTube. There was a YouTube channel just called Super Hobbit that I could not get for the longest time, so I was Super Hobbit 89 for years. But somewhere in the Google Plus transformations, or the like Google account shenanigans, as opposed to YouTube account shenanigans, he has gold on apparently. Like a bunch of those accounts just kind of got consolidated or just closed down. Yeah, it's like if I could consolidate more. So I don't have to do 89 or underscores anywhere, just have it all the same. All easy peasy. It would make my life so much easier. Got 15. Yeah. Yeah, which is, you know, that's all right. 15 isn't like super smallsies, but it'd be nice if there was more. They are Daedra, yeah, that explains it. They're pretty beefy. I guess compared to other Daedra, they're kind of minuscule, but still, this early in the game, they're not to be trifled with. Skeleton. Can I like retrieve the skeleton? Almost. It's a little bit, they're a little bit tangled. There we go. There we go. At what point is it a skeleton or is it just a jumble of different bones? Because there was an arm bone somewhere. There, yeah. Oh nope, it's still skeleton. It's all part of the same skeleton apparently. How did you even get, like, how did you manage this? How do you fucking scrunge an entire skeleton into a barrel like this? Alright, so I can't help you, buddy. I wanted to get the good calcium out of there, but it's out of my hands. I know in these kinds of cave formations, they would like to sneak some chests in very, like, strange little places. So I'm looking around. If there's anything else I missed, I guess this was probably the sneakiest one. We already looted that one. Get that restoration skill up, baby. I'm gonna guess you just fell to your doom drunk on cheap wine, beer. Very good. Usually if I happen upon a place like this and there's blood on the floor, usually standing in the middle of the area and being like, what's all this? And then looking up is just waiting for a anvil to fall on your head or a fucking piano to crush you. I'd like the beer in his hand. Maybe this isn't blood. Maybe it's just wine. But that wouldn't explain why he's dead. You drink enough cheap beer, your guts will explode and there'll be blood everywhere, apparently. Anyway, that does it for this particular section. Why is there battle music? Athletic skill. Did something like summon in behind me? I'm guessing in that other section, we can see things above us. There's bad guys and they somehow are wise to my existence. That means I need to obscure him. I need to get him off my scent, which means the only way I can do that is to mask my natural scent with a stronger scent. So I'm gonna piss all over myself. And that way, they won't be like, oh, it's not Super Hobbit. It's just some piss man. Super Hobbit would never piss all over himself. Meanwhile, they have no idea. They have no idea the desperation I would go to avoid combat. Also, the music quieted down, so I guess that was enough to dissuade them. It was like, ooh, he's gonna pee on himself. Oh, I don't want to do with that. I don't want anything to do with this. It's this right here. We're crouched down. That means we're definitely in stealth mode. Blind fear? Nope. Spellcaster. Well, spellcaster really. Oh, it is a spellcaster. But I can't get past this fucking dude. Oh, the one shot. Oh, what a gamer. That was satisfying. It's one of these. Oh, it's one of. Oh, boy. Actually, they would probably be able to reach me from here if they wanted to. Well, I don't expect this to be a ton of damage, but I'll still play it safe. I'll be a good boy. I'll be the goodest boy. So I'm guessing what I'm doing is I'm disabling these things. Well, they all seem to be very active right now. know, still seem to be very active. I don't know what I'm exactly doing then. Maybe this is unrelated. Oh. Oh, I see it. It's those doors down there. Okay. I don't see any difference. There's one. Moss. Aha. So we just have to tank the damage. Oh. Ooh, ee, ooh, ah, ooh, ee. Not too bad. When I played Eternal Darkness recently, I was reminded of these kinds of formations and like floor panels where it's like, oh, watch where you step. You could set off like a slicing trap thing. Like I see these little indentations in the wall and I think, oh man, where's the giant blades that are gonna cut my face off? My round purple face. It's the moneymaker right there. Ooh. I'll be sneaky. Very sneaky. Oh, I was hoping he would just get stuck. Plunk. Ouch. Let's jump. I thought I saw a person in the distance. There's more where that came from, yep. Yeah, just some Eternal Darkness style traps. Well, that's when you're in a dungeon like this, I think it is not a gigantic leap of the imagination to be reminded of some of the chapters in that game. Although when I play games like this, I tend to think about games like Eternal Darkness pretty often anyway, so it's not the strangest thing ever. Ooh, excuse me. Sneaky skills. Sneakiest. Someone to our immediate right.
Who's there?
Oh! Of course, he would move perfectly. You'd think they would, like, feel the heat signature. You'd think they would feel like, what was that blaze of fire that just grazed my back earlier? Probably nothing. Oh, the fucking one shot. You love to see it. I bet you are a summoned thing. In fact, I know you are a summoned thing. Oh, he didn't set off the trap like I was hoping he would. What do you have? Axe looks suspicious. Wow. I think he had bound his shit. Oh, fuck you. Yeah, he's binding his shit. What a cheater. Using spells that he acquired naturally. Oh, there's many of you. Wait a second. I recognize you, assholes. You're like these special... Oh, you are kind of kicking my ass, aren't you? Yeah. Okay, they're not quite the same as the lads we saw at the beginning. But you deal in bound spells, and you have these mysterious robes, and you get your ass kicked by fire, apparently. Hell yeah. They were kind of kicking my ass, though. They were not to be... Whoa, Dwarven Dagger? Are you kidding me? Good lord. You got some fucking Dwarven shit up in here. Surprising. That's very good. It's... The problem is that it does equal damage to, like, our best kind of gear. So I'm having a hard time justifying taking it, given that it's kind of heavy. Still, that's pretty sick. I think I will grab it. It's the wrong spell, or the wrong button. I'll do this real quick, although I don't have a ton of potions to make anyway. real basic shit. Actually, those were, I think those were like pretty heavy. Oh, my shit's breaking. It's broken. It's not breaking, it is broken. So I'll switch off to that temporarily. My pants are broken, and I have no other pants. Actually, if there was ever a time to switch to the robe, I guess this would be it. Nah, it's fine though. We'll use our offhand armor for a bit. So we'll drop these. Is this, do I really have 30, do I have 13 2-pound restore fatigue potions? Or is it 2 pounds total? Oh my god. No wonder I was getting so heavy. How did I miss this? How were these like weighing 2 pounds each this whole time? And I feel like I was like scrolling around here a lot. I'm surprised I never noticed this before. That's crazy. No fucking wonder, yeah. I like this very comfortable pose this person's lying in. So we blasted that dude. I think we like one-shot that fool, but you know, we brought in the clusterfuck afterwards. Is that another dagger? It is. I'm impressed. Sorcery. Boink. Slowly getting that health back. Oh, Hobbit got his health back. Boink. Pack mule armor. Would you be able to store things on a horse like a pack mule or a pack horse? Because that actually would be kind of nice, honestly. A mobile bank storage station thing. Yeah, this guy was the easiest to deal with. He went down in a single shot. Plain ass normal dagger. Normal dagger having ass over here. There was like, they were like binding their weapons though. It looked, at one point, it looked like the one dude had some kind of really fancy axe. I don't want to say Daedric, but it was fancy looking. Oh my god. Well, that's a little bit terrifying. Whatever I just picked up, it excites me and scares me greatly. So this wouldn't have any melee damage, it would just be disintegrate armor on target. That's probably very annoying. That's the kind of thing where I don't know if it'd be very valuable for me as the player character to use against a bad guy, but man, to receive that as a player character would be very, very frustrating. Also, imagine just sleeping on a thin-ass bedroll on just a concrete slab like this. So comfortable. Daggerfall, you can get a card. That's kind of cool. Yeah, that'd be kind of nice. Oh. Port just winked out. Bloop. Still got plenty. Oh, did I do something bad? I see Five Finger says, no! Did I do a bad? Cure poison to... Oh, that's kind of cool. Take that. Take all that. Although I think I already have a cure poison spell. Maybe this one's special. Cure poison your spell list. I feel like I already have this, though. Do I now have 2 cure poisons? Let's find out. No, just the one. Yeah, maybe I didn't. Maybe I didn't have this. Still don't have a cure disease. I mean, I have it, and I probably have the restoration skill for it, but I don't have the magicka for it. Not yet. Eventually. Ooh, they were performing experimentations. Experimentaciones on some Zambinos. Headless Zambonis. And apparently there's no more bad guys in here specifically, and I think there was... Okay, maybe I don't want to go that way. There's that little gate we saw, or grate rather, that we saw above where that goblin had drank himself to death or exploded his insides. This seems like a great place for traps to happen. Also, skeleton or just bones on these pillars. Whoops. I pressed the jump button and I didn't jump. I'm guessing I was up against something that I didn't want to be. Yep, same thing. Yeah, it's like there's like a little lip that I keep hitting. Oh, it's one of those where like, yeah, you go down one notch and then you can't jump. Yeah, that's what it was. Pool of Radiance. Winds of Weight. Oh yeah, that's a problem I remember dealing with in 3.3 or just 3.0 Dungeons and Dragons, where the DM we were playing with was playing things like to a T. And yeah, he was having us like, oh, that's cool. He was having us like having to like keeping track of how much gold we have, and yeah, we had to. This is the kind of micromanagement I didn't really like with this particular DM. He's a different person than the DM I currently have. Adam's great, but yeah, there's an old DM I played with where yeah, we had to like micromanage how much gold we were carrying at all times and be mindful of the weight values that it had. And if we ever got a quest reward that was a fuck ton of money, we would have to like deal with the town, whatever town we were in. We'd have to deal with their banks. And there would have to be like, you know, you could deposit your gold, but the bank would most likely have some kind of like system in place where, you know, they would have to be more or less paid like a percentage of what we're depositing. It was a micromanagement thing. Like I guess it was realistic in that sense, but it was kind of unfun after a while. This particular DM was kind of. He kind of liked throwing shit like that at us because he knew we didn't really like it. He seemed to enjoy doing things that were not fun. I don't know. He was a strange DM, and he did some interesting ideas, but like yeah, he was very adversarial with his games. He always kind of had that. He always gave us that vibe where he was like against us. It was like he saw it as players versus the DM as opposed to telling a story. So yeah, there were many times where I look back on kind of how he ran his game, and I was like, I don't think I liked that. You know? Also, yeah, this is good, but it's not that good. So I think I actually will abandon this. There's a well-hidden little axe, though. A well-kept secret. Yeah, sounds tedious. Exactly. Yeah. Now I've me and my friends, I haven't been in contact with this person in years. God damn, every time I hit that little lip and I just cannot jump afterwards because I'm in the air briefly. So it's like I shouldn't be running. Yeah, that little lip right there is what keeps getting me. There we go. Now, holy shit, I made a jump. No, I haven't been in contact with this person in years, and I would probably rather keep it that way. I never got the, like, this person is never, oh! That's actually pretty cool. It's annoying, but it's pretty cool. If only he would have been alive, so I could have crushed his ass when I landed. But no, I've talked about this person with some of my friends who remember hanging out with him. Like we would all hang out on a pretty regular basis. This was a person I didn't go to college directly with him, but I met him while I was in college, and he worked with a bunch of my high school friends. So that's kind of how we all fell in together. And there were times where he was like really cool and like really fun to be around. There were also times where he was a kind of an enormous asshole, honestly. And I just always kind of put up with it because I always got the impression he was like a lot closer with some of my other friends. But like some of my other friends, and we would all play D&D together from time to time. He was our DM. But yeah, I've since been privy to like a bunch of other stories. Nothing horrible about him, but just like annoying shit that he would pull. And just kind of like general assholery that he was known for. Where after a while, I've kind of looked back, it's like, did he ever like us? Like, did he want to be friends with us? Because there were times where I thought he was like pretty alright. And there were times where like he seemed like he like genuinely cared about us. But there were other times where it's like, man, this guy's kind of a prick sometimes. What the hell? So yeah, I don't know. I don't really miss interacting with this person. He was sometimes really cool, but those were overshadowed by just really bizarre behavior that just kind of felt like he didn't really like being around us. So I don't know. I'm not like years later, I'm still not sure what to make of this person. And of course, I won't name names. You know, you never know who's watching, and I don't want to be slinging mud, obviously, but just one of those things where as you get older, you kind of look back on some friendships or some relationships, and you go like, "Ooh, why did I put up with these things?" You know, like why did I put up with that kind of shit? Why did we put up with that kind of shit? Because yeah, Adam, Elgaso knows Adam. Adam's great. Adam is one of my favoriteest like human beings ever. He's an excellent dude, and helps that he's also a really good DM. Also, whatever this book is, I'm forbidden from looking at it. Don't even look at it, Alex. Don't even look at it. Playing a monk with all the grapple feats. There you go, Elgaso. That's how you do it. We're playing Necromancer, so like each round takes like 100 years. Develop life skills. Oh, really? That's... Oh, God. That sounds incredible, John. But it was hard to keep track. Yeah, it sounds like a lot. Yeah, that's the thing too. Like, I was impressed that he, you know, he required us to like keep track of all that shit. I was surprised that he had the wherewithal to keep track of it himself. Oh, that's why they gave us a feather potion. Yeah, they would give you the feather potion after experiencing that whole deal. Spell other tome, I'll take that. I'll take all of it, actually. Yes, sir. Kind of cool sometimes. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's the thing, too. Like, he was fairly popular. Well, I wouldn't say popular, but fairly well known in the town that we were in, like the area we were all in Illinois. He was, like, fairly well known because he would, like, go to game shops and he would, like, play board games with, like, the kind of the locals, and he was like fairly well known, even in some ways fairly popular. But yeah, I remember like talking with like one of the store owners at one point, and I was like, yeah, me and this person are in a campaign together. He's like, he goes like, oh, he's your DM, and I went, yeah, and he's like, ooh, good luck, dude. I think he had played with him before, and he was like, oh, not sure if I'm down for this. So yeah, like maybe it really was like a D&D community thing, but yeah, I just looking back, I'm just kind of baffled by the lad. Honestly, he's kind of an enigma to me. Unless it was lore, yeah. And again, I mean, I could see an argument for requiring that level of kind of pseudo-realistic economic system. Because yeah, it makes sense in real life. If I'm lugging around bags of heaving, jingling metal coins, it's gonna make noise. It's gonna be heavy. It's gonna make me a low-hanging fruit for thievery. And banks would see adventurers and they would see, man, that's a walking money pile. How do we get in on some of that shit? It makes perfect sense. So at the time, I didn't really question the logic. And like, yeah, if you wanted to make a really, really like realistic, tedious system like that, you could. But yeah, it's something we're looking back kind of, we had no idea about that when we were getting into it, right? Like it was not, whoops, I didn't even do that. It wasn't something that we knew ahead of time he was going to enforce upon us. It was only after like the first, you know, campaign or two, he was like, oh, by the way, guys, you know, this is something you probably have never thought about, but here's the thing you have to deal with now. And I was like, oh, well, I've played a lot of D&D and this is my first time doing this, but that's just maybe how it goes then. It was like my first time getting a character to like level 8 in Dungeons and Dragons. So, you know, we were getting fairly high up there. So I was thinking like, maybe this is just some shit you have to do. But then talking to Adam, he's like, oh, I wouldn't do shit like that because that's not fun. It's like, yeah, you lose some realism, but who cares? Adam always does such a good job of prioritizing storytelling and fun over nitty-gritty bullshit like that. Also, I think we're done with this dungeon. I think we're in good shape. Let's get the fuck out of Dodge. I guess we have to... Oh, or we could go out that way. Well, it doesn't really matter. This is the quicker way, I think. DM role can attract a mixed bag. Yeah, that's not a bad point, Irasi. Before this particular individual, there was a few other games I had played in fairly briefly. One was pretty okay. It's just I didn't get a chance to play with them that often. But they had all played together for years and years, so they knew each other way better than I knew anybody else in that game. So by the time I kind of fell into the group, they were kind of nearing the end of that campaign anyway, so I didn't get to stick around for much. And then for another one, it was actually a family member of an ex-girlfriend that I was dating at the time. So when that relationship ended, obviously my involvement with the game also ended. Although that's another story for another day. That particular circumstance. It's because it's a long story to tell, and it's not a particularly juicy story or anything. It's not even a very interesting story, but just, yeah, like playing a D&D game with, you know, the girl at the time that I was dating, her dad and her family was, you know, an interesting vibe. Not a bad one. Well, bad in some ways, but like just weird. A weird vibe. But yeah, the kind of person that enjoys DMing, I would say at best, is somebody like my current DM, Adam, who's a natural creative and storyteller and loves world building and loves thinking of creative ways to tell a story and run a dungeon and run a campaign, for that matter. He does such a good job, and I just love Adam to death. So I have only good things to say about him and how he runs his show. It's like I wish I could clone Adam a million times and have him DM every D&D game ever, because he gets it, and I think most people, if they were to play with him, would be inclined to agree. Let's head back to Chorral, by the way. We have all the goods to deliver. Laviger says Frill's pretty good about it too. Making sure you can overcome whatever you put. So yeah, because that's the thing. You want a DM that challenges you and is fair, is willing to put you in uncomfortable situations, but yeah, not like wants to make you, doesn't like enjoy watching you squirm, you know? It's like that's the point where it starts to feel more antagonistic. I forget something, or yeah, throw something overpowered. Yeah, and being able to figure things out on the fly. Because yeah, Adam has had moments where yeah, he would tell us after the fact, like, oh yes, I threw you guys in with this combat situation, realized I had put you something that I had kind of miscalculated, or we were down a person, so you know our combat abilities were not what they would usually be, so he had to think on the fly to make things more balanced. So yeah, that improv skill is another huge one for DMs for sure. Some close calls, we survived. Yeah, that's the thing. Sometimes, yeah, as a DM, you have to be unafraid to take out a player character if somebody fucks up, or if just things are super unlucky. That is a thing that sometimes does happen. So yeah, that is... So yeah, I keep looking back, seeing if there was if that was bad guy music, but it was not. It was chill music. Adventuring / jauntily bouncing down the countryside, down the hillside. Weight rules. Yeah, as long as it's not absurd. Yeah, because yeah, there are weight rules in like 3rd edition and 3.5, probably also Pathfinder. So depending on how hardcore you wanted to be about it, yeah, there are, you know, you could, the DM could enforce it pretty strictly, or more generally, like kind of like what D-Man was saying. Overpowered monster. Yeah, exactly. What John described is exactly what Adam always does. But he doesn't always tell us when it's happening. He'll tell us after the fact, or maybe like after the campaign has ended. What he likes to do is he likes to maintain a document called Confessions of a Dungeon Master with every campaign he runs, and he makes notes during the campaign of things that were like surprises to him, or things that he thought we did that were really cool, or moments that were really close, or things where he had to tickle the numbers behind the scenes, so to speak, to make things either harder or easier. And it's always fun kind of hearing those things in the background, as far as how he's kind of leading the story, or what NPC actions happen behind the scenes we don't know about, that we shouldn't know about during the game, but are kind of fun to talk about afterwards. Like, here's how I made this happen, and we'd all be like, oh fuck, like that kind of stuff was cool. can't be a walking way. Yeah, there are ways where it's too much, obviously. Bags of holding. Yeah, bags holding's a good way around that. Just don't give them portable holes, because then they'll combine the two and make a fucking event happen. Just get one fairly early on. I got you, yeah. Challenge rating is sometimes yeah, if you're looking at like the monster manual, looking at challenge ratings for monsters or bosses, I mean, it's a good approximation, but yeah, sometimes you have a party of 4 adventurers and they're all widely and wildly differing in their abilities. It's hard to gauge that super accurately. So yeah, it's gonna be a bit of a toss-up, obviously. Hey, what's up, new Zelda? I like your screen name, by the way. I'm a Zelda myself. Anyway, it's good to see you, bud. Or the high elves. I like in Morrowind where sometimes you'll talk to a Nord and they'll just be like, "Seen any elves?" Ha 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 ha. Like it's the funniest shit ever. It's like, yeah, good joke. Seen any elves? Yeah, I don't know. That's one of those ones that always sticks with me. Let's go ahead and hit up the Mages Guild. I have a lot of things to sell and also a book to offload. Bag of holding with a portable hold, John. Yeah, it's not exactly a secret nowadays, but this guy just casting spells in the Mages Guild. Casting spells in the Mages Guild. The fucking gall. Casting spells in the Mages Guild in this economy? You shitting me? Can you imagine? Only died in one-shots. Yeah, like if there's like a really lucky one-shot or just some ultra powerful thing that happens. Oh, and the Street Halo with the hydrate. Thank you. I hydrated of my own accord, but here's one for you, Street Halo. Only Street Halo can enjoy this hydrate. Here we go. Delicious. Thank you.
How are you?
Cobalt Fight Club.
Go ahead.
Hell yeah. Let's see. I need to find like somebody to sell
Is the first to take such a hard...
a bunch of my
What can I interest
stuff. You have spells. Spells that I really can't use yet. Eventually. I tell myself I'll eventually get there. I don't know if it's true, but if I tell myself it'll eventually become real.
Bye.
Excuse me.
I hope I can help.
I hope you can help as well. Oh, you can. I got the fingies.
Well, look at that. You should take that to Tikius right away.
Fingies
He'll
of the
want to see it.
mountains. Oh, one-off sessions. I thought you meant like a one-shot, as in like you died by like just an ultra badass thing that just one-zapped you. Because that has
Look at my
happened.
wares.
It's been a
I'm
minute,
sure
but it
there's
has
something
happened.
to suit you.
I have a lot of things to sell, by the way. I should probably sell all these. Sell one of those. I have a bajillion potions. Oh, I'm already wearing the mercantile armor. That's good. I need to repair my shit too. All my armor got busted up by those bad guys. Level 6. That's right. We'll get there. We'll get there eventually. We have plenty more to do in this game. And in fact, we have at least one level in our pocket that I could use, but I don't know. I don't know if it's weird to do this, but I'm like kind of sitting on levels to not level myself too quickly, as I know that if you level yourself too quickly in this game, then the encounters will, the level scaling will quickly become a bit of a problemo. What if I like these two. I want to keep those for now. Although I don't know if I need this many fortified intelligence. Let's get rid of these. So those are less good. Right, for Magicka, that's fine. Frost Shield, Night Eye. I don't need this much Night Eye, though. Let's get rid of these. I think I have a Night Eye spell, actually, so I'm going to get rid of these anyway. Clumsiness, Feeble Mind. Cure Disease, that's good. That's very, very useful. Straight up die from 1 HP. It's happened. Well, maybe not from full HP. Like, you know, maybe we were like halfway through a dungeon and we were a little bit weathered, and then we like, it was either a really lucky roll or an unlucky roll, or just like a really, like, we found the big bad and he had one very strong skill, like spell that you can only cast once, but you know, one of those kinds of things. Or even, I think there was even one instance where there was like we were kind of warned ahead of time. The thing that we were chasing was a bastard. Like the monster we were trying to fight was a bastard. We got to him, and yeah, he was able to instantly kill one of our people. It wasn't in one turn though. It's like turn 1, they devoured this person, and then like turns 2 through 4, like, you know, we killed him, but once they had devoured the person, you know, they were alive for the first couple rounds, but you know, after juices and acid are happening, so you know, there wasn't much that could be done, sadly, after a certain point. Feather, nah, get rid of that one. I have a lot of healing. I don't think I need as much healing potions. Let's sell 3 of those. Yeah, like I said, I think I already have potions or spells for those. Storm Magicka, I'll keep some of them. Resist fire, frost, paralysis. I don't think I need this many. Sell 3 of them. Let's put an effort to make the fight deadly. Interesting. Yeah, it sounds like 5th edition kind of balances things differently. Yeah, when your HP is low. Yeah, I think we were like probably about like halfway. Like our cleric, which was probably me, if I'm guessing, was probably like low on healing spells, that kind of thing. And the other thing too is like resting inside of dungeons can be, you know, dodgy sometimes. Some DMs are more flexible about it than others, but like, you know, if you're trying to like make camp inside of a dungeon, that can be more trouble than it's worth sometimes. Shock, poison, restore the, yeah, sell these.
Seems a fair price.
8 points for 30 seconds versus just 75 points. Well, 8 points for 30 seconds is like more overall, so I guess I'll keep that one.
You drive a hard...
I'm gonna sell all of my water walking potions. I think I don't need these. Weak potion of healing, just sell all of them. Get him out of here. Sea Stride, no thank you.
You drive a hard...
More sorcery, 50 points, sell all of them. Get him out of here. There's spells. You're right. There's spells that would help for that for sure.
That seems a fair price.
These things, get him out of here. And we got this guy. I'm actually tempted to hang on to it because recharging enhanced enchanted weapons can be very expensive. So this actually might be a better use of our resources. I'm gonna go ahead and sell all these too. I had no reason not to. Hanging on to them to like hopefully get more like better deals out of them in the future. It's a nice thought, but we have enough money. We're not exactly struggling for resources right now. Oops, no, don't sell those. Those are very valuable. Those are very valuable. So that is good. Sold a bunch of crap. Now this man has more things than he knows what to do with. In fact, I'd be surprised if he can walk.
Thank you.
So we have loaded him up. Just level 1 campaigns don't really introduce much for 5th edition. Interesting, yeah. So I've never played 5th edition, which is something I probably should have mentioned earlier, but yeah, I've never actually played a 5th edition game. I've only played 3, 3.5, Pathfinder, GURPS, Shadowrun,
but the guild
and
won't deal with anyone who openly uses
what else? There's a few others. But their names escape me. But anyway, yeah, I've never played 5th edition, or 4th for that matter. Depends on how just unpopulated. Well, yeah. And it depends on the adventure, and it depends on the DM too, because some DMs are less accommodating for things like that, obviously.
Goodbye.
More like GURPS. GURPS is like, I don't dislike it. Well, of course I haven't played it in what year is it? I haven't played it in like 15 years. So my intel might be out of date here, but my experience with GURPS is that it was an interesting experiment of a system. And it kind of artificially limited a lot of things. I remember it was dice pool based, but it was like a pretty small dice pools. Like you could attack twice, or attack and guard once, or guard twice, regardless of your level, which was kind of weird. There were just like aspects of it that seemed like they didn't scale very well as your characters leveled up. So we didn't play it for very long though. I think as a whole, everybody was like, it's okay. Had rules for a lot of stuff, so it would get broken. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know if I remember that detail. It's possible that there's certain things I'm just misremembering, or that there's been, you know, other additions that I've missed out on.
You found the book. My trust in you was well placed, it seems. Hand it over.
D&D Tactics. Oh, a PSP game. That's cool. Tabletop 5th edition. Nice. Here's the book.
Ah, yes. This is indeed the correct book. You've not been able to open it, I presume.
I tried. I really did.
Then all is well. You have shown yourself worthy of the guild, and for that I thank you. You shall have the recommendation you need.
I was actually hoping you would give me more quests.
I must ensure this book is kept safe. Excuse me.
Now, if we talk to that lady, I wonder if she's going to be like, what? No book for me?
It's you.
It's me.
A pleasure to make your acquaintance. I'm... Good day.
What if he's going to place the book somewhere to be on display? Or poor armor. It's so busted. And we can so not repair any of it. It's like, he's gonna be like, this book is a special book. Oh, they restocked their food. Well, that's disappointing. I was hoping it would be gone forever. Guess he could have put himself in the living quarters. He wanted to do some living. At 3 p.m.
Good to see you.
I was like, wondering if he was gonna put his... oh, he put it in his chest. Just chilling there. Oh.
Well met. What?
What?
I have the book stored safely for now. I shall hold on to it until
I want to
the
know more
council
about this
decides what
book.
should
This
be done with it.
terrifying book that, if opened, could delete the universe.
She was unable to acquire the book, and that shall be enough for me. It would be beneath
Certified 3-5 groups.
to
Yeah,
continue
I would have a
this
hard time finding a
endless
3-5 group as well, I think. Pathfinder maybe, but yeah, 3.5 is how old by this point? Like 16, 17 years old? I mean, it's getting up there.
Not only has necromancy been banned from practice in the Mages Guild, but the guild won't deal with
Like, you can probably find one online, obviously, if you were playing through Roll20 or Tabletop Simulator. You could probably find a group, but
farewell.
pickup group or something. But yeah, getting some locals together, a little bit more involved. Look at this, they got themselves some corn, some cheese wheels. Yeah, they restocked. Well, I'm a little bit disappointed. So if I ever wanted to just go ham on more potion making, I obviously could.
The prey.
The latest for Go OSR. I'll admit I don't know what OSR stands for, but oh, old school role playing probably, yeah.
Hi.
Is there anything else that I wanted to trade with? I think I got the spells from, or no, I sold stuff to him.
Good
He
day.
has spells. He
Can I interest
does.
you in some of my wares?
Man, humanoid. I wouldn't be able. Ah, it's a shame. Illusion too low for me to get that shit. That's yeah, that's right. I already bought a bunch of things from this guy.
Have a look around. You won't find better prices in all.
Actually wondering if I
Tamriel.
should get like a bound sword spell at some point. Might not be a bad idea.
Not only has necromancy been banned from practice in
Yeah, we hear a lot about the necromancy
Seeing
stuff.
you.
So I wonder if that lady is gonna have words.
Not bad.
Anvil is
So I wonder where she
all in
went.
Uproar. First the chapel attacked, now the prophet ranting about the end of the world.
No, come on.
Welcome back, JD. Good to see you, bud.
Without question.
Murdercrats, what's up, bud?
The Grey Mare isn't a bad place to stay.
A favorite alchemist.
Especially if you're low on septims.
Which one would that be, Murdercrats?
Yes, I like the gray mare as well. Take
Dude.
care.
At least
How
cover your
goes-
mouth.
What can I do for you?
You didn't wear a mask or anything. Gritoffy! Thank you, buddy. Thank you so much for that raid, buddy. Gritoffy, you are the third person to raid me tonight. That is very generous. Gritoffy is a very much friend of the channel, has been playing a lot of Zelda. For once, it was his first time playing Majora's Mask tonight. I'm kidding. Gratafi is a Majora's Mask, a licensed Majora's Mask expert. They gave him a badge, a gun, the whole 9 yards. I'm playing a lot of Majora's Mask Randomizer in particular, and in fact, I was lurking on some of your stuff. I guess it was a weekend or two ago, where you were using other randomization shenanigans to like randomize the character models for things. So, like, there were, like, guards were replaced with, like, little baby chickens and shit like that. Certain bosses were just mundane enemies, or mini bosses, I guess. It was a wild time, and it was very silly and very goofy. And seeing Gratafi stream that, it's like, all right, next time we do some kind of Majora's Mask rando, I'm definitely down to sign up for some like extra randomized nonsense. But anyway, thank you to Mr. Gratafi. Let me alt tab real quick so I can get caught up on chat. But thank you so much, my man. How did the stream go tonight? And also, do you have any clips you want to share? Any clips of tonight's stream that you wanted to share? Because Gratafi's streams are always very nice. He's a fellow Zelda friend. So is JDX. So we've done a lot of Zelda randomizer things with JD and Gratafi together. They're both fun lads.
Take care.
And they both stream a lot of great games. In my extremely biased opinion. Yo, #1, baby. That's right, Algasa. That's right. And Skingrad. Okay, so we need to get to Skingrad at some point, which is good because I have a side quest for there anyway. This is my first time, for anybody just joining, this is my first time playing Oblivion. I've never played Oblivion before. Well, not tonight's stream, but I'm in the midst of my first ever playthrough. We started this a few weeks ago, but we're still pretty early on. We are level 6, I think. And here is our character. He is... when I made this character, my goal was to make his head as round, purple, and sad as possible. Those are the 3 parameters. Round, purple, and sad. And I think I did alright. I think I succeeded. His name is Sadge Maroon, because he's a sad purple man with a very impressive side profile chin. He's got that underbite. We got the purple Sadge boy. We gave him a custom class. We wanted to call it his class either marriage counselor or like forklift operator. We didn't have enough characters though, so we just called him a bulbous boy. So he's a lovely lad, level 6, still pretty early on in the game. For those who've played this game before, we've delivered the amulet, and we have our marching orders for the next thing. But I have joined some factions, I'm doing some side quests, getting distracted by plundering dungeons. You know how it is, the standard Elder Scrolls experience. Yes, the actorizer, it was a good time watching, like, lurking on the stream and seeing the screenshots you posted on Twitter, Gratafi. Some good shit, man. You know, I love some cursed, weird crap like that in a game like that, and that was deeply satisfying to see. Well filled with part-time employees, it was unsettling. Oh, under the well or beneath the well. Yes. Yes. That sounds delightful. And unsettling correctly. Got a clip of, yeah, feel free to show it, Gratafi, because for anybody who's curious what I'm referring to when I'm saying like the character models, or even not character models, the characters are being swapped around in strange ways. It was a good time when I was watching the stream, and hopefully there'll be more of that in Gratafi's future, maybe hopefully in mine and JD's as well, if we can get some co-op randomizers going. Here we go. Let me mute this real quick. This one from Gratafi, here we go. Oh my god.
What the hell is happening here?
Jesus, that's terrifying. It's the levitations, man. That's some chaotic energy I was not ready for.
Absolutely horrifying.
As they just blink unwincingly. These two are the only normal ones. At least they're blinking. At least they're alive. These other floating lads. Yeah, this game suddenly became a creepypasta kind of game. Been drowned, they got nothing on this. Thank you for sharing, Gratafi. That's exactly what I was hoping it would be, and then some. Yeah, I was thinking like it'd be either plant enemies or something along those lines. Instead, there were those lads. Oh, sorry, you can't hear.
Repairs too.
There we go. Gotta get my stuff repaired. Oh, I could also sell a bunch of things.
How may I help you?
These daggers are pretty dope, so I'm tempted to not get rid of those. I think I will get rid of this one though. The Staff of Corrosion. Disintegrate armor on target. Sounds kind of neat, but I don't know if that would... I would rather be damaging things. Like, you know, removing their armor, it's nice, I guess, but I would have to switch to the staff, use the targeted spell, switch off from the staff, get my sword back out, do melee damage, or I could just cast damage spells. So, get this thing out of here. It's cool, but not really realistic, I would say. Get all these things repaired. Fortify sneak or fortify speed. It's only one. It's only a weight value of 1. I guess we can keep it. Keep both of these. I just gotta get it repaired. Guess I didn't have a whole lot else to sell to her, did I?
If it's broken, I
repair all the things, every single last one. Uh-oh, did I do something bad, Five Finger? Five Finger made it sound like I did something else bad earlier. Am I committing Oblivion sins? Trees get swapped with people? Yes, yeah. Yeah, people and tree. Yeah, just all kinds of unpleasant shenanigans. Repair it all. The thing is,
can I interest you in some of my wares?
I definitely don't need 2 of these. So sell one of them.
A fair price.
I think you need to decide here. I think I should get rid of this guy. It's only 300 charge anyway. These are much more, like, we get much more bang for buck out of these things. So I think I'll sell this guy. Still not sure what I want to do about this one. Maybe I should just sell this one too. She can afford it. She's one of the few shopkeepers that probably could. Oh, it's for the clip. Okay, I was. I've observed that some people who know this game really well see my playstyle and they go like, "Alex, what the fuck?" So sometimes I'm always like, I'm like watching for people being like, "Alex, you fool, you foolish fool." Yeah, I think I'm gonna sell this one. It's really heavy and it's very nice, but we just don't use blunt weapons. So, original skill increase, which is nice. So that opened up some storage space and gave us a lot of money. So I think 3 weapons is plenty. Yeah, Debaser is, or Debaser, Debaser. This thing is neat. Of course, it's not charged right now. Draining willpower and draining endurance, it's just not that good. I don't think. Draining endurance is kind of cool because you lower their max health a little bit. Only for 20 seconds though, and I just don't know if it's enough. But it's all right. You know, I would probably just rather like some kind of elemental damage, but it's okay. That's where this one comes in. Weakness of frost and frost damage. Excuse me. It's getting pretty low on its charges though, so we'll need to recharge it eventually.
I appreciate your business.
She looks pretty normal. She does. She does. And I think that's why so many people like this NPC. So many players like this NPC because she's a very normal looking and sounding person. She's like very pleasant to interact with, and she's not gonna give us any weird nightmares. Oh, no, don't worry about this dog. It was stuck on the floor. Let me see if I can assist the doggy. Let's give him a little push. There we go. Oh, yeah, you're good, you're good. He was like harpooned or like attached to this other dog. So as he was getting tethered, as he was getting farther away, the tether was like bringing them tighter and tighter together. But we got there. Sometimes you have to rescue NPCs or dogs from the depths of sidewalks in this game. That's just how it goes. So the gray mare, I want to say, is right here, I think. Drain endurance would just fall over at least.
What is it?
That'd be really
What's
satisfying
new
to
with
see.
you?
I've heard that the Nords of Skyrim have been warring with the Redoran of
Red Rain of Morrowind. Really? That's an odd thing to
More fighting for the
to-
Nords?
war over.
This is sad news.
Yeah, lowered endurance. Let me think about this, because yeah, endurance I think impacts
Today's your lucky
the amount of
day.
health you have, and I
Let's
think
hear
it is like the governing attribute for some melee skills. This guy's still here, by the
Go
way.
ahead, please.
Oh, nothing. Okay.
Good day.
Yeah, we knew he was here to like help deal with the sadness of his sons being in like a really unpleasant situation. Now that we've resolved that situation, he's like, I just like it here. Looking to see if we can find that lady who gave us the quest for the book. And that is not her. Nope. I'm curious where she is now and what she would say if we were to reveal to her that we did the thing that she did not want us to do. I think this is her right here. Yeah, this is her. I wonder if she's gonna like openly attack us, because she was like, whatever you do, do not give that book to anybody else. Don't even mention it to anybody else. We totally did, and she's gonna be so mad. No problem, JD. No problem, JD. I was happy to rescue things, or at least half of your brethren. Because they were dogs. They weren't dog pilots,
Heard any
but they were
news from
dogs.
the other
Speaking of dog
provinces?
pilots, by the way, JD, I love that art you
Weary of
shared.
waiting. Where is my book?
That you sent me on Discord. I saw it was from your Twitter. Looked incredible. With the artist name tagged, obviously, of the mech. Open world dog herding, that's right. Play some Skyrim though, yeah. Oh god, but the mod installs though, yeah. Yeah, I've heard vanilla Skyrim is fun, but once you go down that modding rabbit hole, it's hard to come back. It's hard to see the sun again.
What? You gave him the book? What were you thinking? And here I thought one of you guild mages might actually have a brain. All right, we can deal with this. You'll have to get it back, that's all. You're in the guild, aren't you? You should be able to walk right in, find it, and take it. And if you can't,
Ooh, what do you
then
guys
break
think?
in. I want that book.
The question is why?
Bring it to me once you have it. I'll even still give you the reward I promised, despite your incompetence. Now go!
I don't even think the reward, like what was the reward? Just the part 2. Should we claim we'll get it? I mean, the book is no value to us. It's a value of 0, it's a weight of 0. All that we know about this book is that if it's opened, something horrible will happen. And the corpse that held this book previously had been burned to a crisp, and their arms had been, their hands had been ripped off. So I'm wondering two things. Why does she want this book? And is the reward for it worth it? I guess I don't fear for her too much, because she's not a very nice woman. She's not a very nice lady. But like, if she opens this thing, does she know what she's getting into? It's inconsequential.
Is that so?
She's so mean.
Bah. I was a fool to have trusted you in the first place. Get out of my sight.
What?
Quest completed.
I'll not have anything to do with you. Be gone.
Even like earlier on in our handlings with her, I was kind of hoping she would just like openly attack us. So mad. Sadge Maroon, you know, even the saddest and purplest buddies, the saddest and purplest boys have our limits. What other side quests do I have here? I don't know if there was any directly in the area. Okay, we have current quests. Oh, let's go talk to the dude to see if there's any other quests he has for us. He said he was going to give us a recommendation. In Morrowind, each kind of quest giver, each guild quest giver would have multiple quests before they gave you a recommendation for an advancement.
Certainly I've spent time there.
So I'm wondering if he has
What can
anything
I
else for
do
us.
for you? We're all better off.
Yeah, nothing really.
The arcane you
So I guess that really
It's
was
good
just a
that
one
you
and done kind of
joined.
deal. And the Fighters Guild next
Did
door
you hear that Dharma has
doesn't have any quests for us at all. That's something for we'll have to venture elsewhere for that. Something else for the Mages Guild. So yeah, at some point... Oh god. I don't know why it does this, but sometimes my mouse catches focus with the chat window. So when I'm trying to scroll up through this thing, it scrolls the chat window up. So at some point, we'll need to go to Kvatch. There's a quest at Anvil. Cheydinhal as well. There's the Slaughterfish quest. That one would probably be more doable now that we've got higher level and better gear and all that jazz. This person wants the cool wine, which we've yet to find. This person wants the Iliad ruin relics. Skingrod has that alchemist. I think that was one that Murdercrats had mentioned. We have a quest for that person. This guy has something in Crowhaven. Eben Bay has that door. Yeah, these I think would be more DLC quests. Over in artifacts. We have a dagger. Is that an artifact, kind of, sort of? Anvil Bay. Yeah, Castle Anvil. Sundercliff Watch. Deep Scorn Hall. That's such a cool name. So cool. Expect my new acquisition. Same with Frostcrag Spire, allegedly. Battlehorn Castle. Yeah, so a lot of those are DLC quests that I probably shouldn't necessarily go for yet. Of all these things, let's take a look at the map, see what's like the closest thing that we can knock out. Because, yeah, we would want to go to other mages guilds to take other quests. So yeah, from the starting point at the Imperial City, we headed west and just did a bunch of questly things. Whoops. I've been to Battlehorn Castle. I think I've been there. Actually, maybe I haven't. I remember going up this way, really to Cloudtop in particular. So here's Bruma. Almost said Burma. There's Frostcrag Spire. Cheydinhal is over here. Lake Popad. Yeah, Skingrod has some cool stuff, apparently. Malata, Sundercliff Watch. Well, some of these are pretty far away. Castle down there. There's Deep Scorn Hollow. Come to Braville. Here's the strange door. I like how it's in the middle of the bay. It's in the middle of the water. The West Weald. Skingrod is not that far. Camp Aelis is pretty far out. There's Crowhaven. There's Kvatch, Anvil. We heard a lot about Anvil. Some cool stuff down there. Yeah, this would be off the map, obviously. Yeah, Province of Cyrodiil. Yeah, so we can only, like, go within this, and the highlighted part of the map. It's fairly large. I don't know if it's... I think it would be bigger than Morrowind from a square footage perspective. So as far as all the things are concerned, what is Battlehorn Castle? Because it's pretty close by. Defenders are besieged. Maybe we should check that out now. It would offer the castle itself to anyone who can help lift the siege. There's a chance it could fuck us up and, you know, murder us to death. But I could just take a quick look. It wouldn't kill us. Well, it might kill us, but it wouldn't kill us IRL probably. So it would be this one. Active quest. So now let's take a look and see what awaits. Either it'll be chill and not too bad, or it'll murder me horribly. Also, I've got a few more things to sell. And that one person the Mages Guild didn't want to buy it. 16 square miles. That's pretty good. I don't know off the top of my head how that compares to Morrowind necessarily. It's pretty juicy though.
Go ahead.
How do you do?
There's a general trader person around here somewhere. Bookstore. Is this the general trade place? I didn't think that it is. I thought this was like a bar. Oak and Crozier. It's a tavern, yeah. It's the first time I've seen a customer in here.
It's you. What do you want?
What don't I want?
Bye.
And where's the general shop? Okay, I was close. Right across here. Okay, cool.
I don't mean to impose, but I'm hoping you can help me. My
Oh.
daughter, Dharma, is missing, and I don't
Well, that was
know what
unexpected.
to do. That's right. My daughter, Dharma, never came back from Hackdirt. I'm dreadfully
Hackdirt.
worried something may have happened to her. Can you help?
Let's do it.
I can't thank you enough for your kindness. She was supposed to make a delivery to a Tira Moslin in Hackdirt, so I would start there. In case it may be useful, she was with Blossom, her horse, I mean. Dharma loves that animal and would never willingly abandon her.
Very good. Very good. Well, not good that she's missing. I remember seeing her, and I think the first time we encountered her, she was just like, oh yes, my mother owns this shop, and that was pretty much the extent of our interactions.
A rather isolated village south of Chorral. We do some business with the trader there. Small volume, but she pays well. Normally I make the deliveries, but I wasn't feeling well, so Dharma insisted on going this time. I do hope nothing has happened
3 or 4
to her.
square miles or so. Feels more spread out. Yes. Yeah, it's much less open. Because in this game, yeah, there are, you know, valleys and hills that kind of separate things. But it's, yeah, the open areas are much more open. So yes, I would very much agree. Yeah, in Morrowind, so much of the time you are being routed through like valleys, you know, routes and roads that have formed from the valleys of like the really like steep hills, almost mountains that on either side.
The best daughter a mother could ask for. Kind-hearted and a friend to everyone she meets. Have you found her?
Still working on it.
I am so worried.
Okay.
What
In the
can I
meantime-
interest you in?
In the meantime, yeah, go ahead and sell this one.
You got a great deal there.
Great deal. Already dealt with a bunch of potions earlier. Absorb Magicka. Nah, let's sell a bunch of these. I'm thinking Burning Touch. I can't really see myself using that. Chameleon could be useful. So that guy. That's probably good. A lot of these are worth hanging on to. Spell, although I'm pretty sure I already got that one. Flash Bolt, that's we're using right now.
You drive a hard bargain.
Inspiring Touch is good. Frenzy, a target. I guess that could be nice. Shocking Touch, no thank you. 10,000 Bing Bongs, by the way, hell yeah. Valkyrie, good to see you, bud. You can pretty much go in a straight line. It's much more open. Turn Undead we do not need. We have a spell.
An excellent bargain.
Our own native spell for that.
I appreciate your business.
Easy peasy. Yes, this is still GeoGuessr. Thank you, Valkyrie. You're correct.
I heard there is a good smith in Chorral.
She's heard correctly.
Take care.
You heard correct. Of course, an Argonian would have an entry in the Argonian account book series. Right, so let's prioritize this quest instead because it's probably closer. Probably a lower hanging fruit. But for her favorite horse, that would be a sign that she's nearby. Let's go to Hector first and speak with Atira. Sure enough, south of the place. There it is. So let's head there first. As our first order of business. Then however that quest resolves, we'll come back, deal with the aftermath, and they'll head to Battlehorn Castle. Although we probably will be wrapping up stream fairly soon. It is almost 1 a.m. It's usually about the point where I start looking to call it. So there's the bay horse and a painted horse. Both just chilling. So let's head south. Follow this road for a bit. I think what we'll probably do is we'll get to Hackdirt, or if there's any cool dungeons that I find along the way, any veritable distractions, we'll see what happens. But we'll start at least towards Hackdirt and see how things go. Yeah, we'll probably, like, the next time we find a point of interest, that'll probably be the point where we save and wrap up for the night. Yo, 500, yes, we're feeling very powerful. Our chin is pointed with determination. We are sad and purple as we can be. These bitches ain't ready for the Sadge Maroon. I'm bitches. I'm not ready. Been a while since you touched Oblivion. And a lot of like roguelite or roguelike games. Got a half sleeve. Really? That's cool. Valkyr. Can I ask which game? I wanted to jump on there, but oh, there we go. Oh, ouch. See, I'm really enjoying Oblivion, although I almost said it. I almost did a Freudian slip there. At the end of the day, I am more of a Morrowind guy myself. Because, like it said, this game is really good, but the systems are not super deep or complex compared to others, which is a good thing in some ways. You know, it's more mainstream friendly and more approachable. Morrowind's a great game, but it is, it's kind of, well, maybe intimidating is the word. Yeah, I guess I would kind of use the word intimidating, just because it's clunky and kind of hard to play it in at least some ways. Whereas this game is much more pick up and playable, and more modern, obviously, both in a literal sense, but also just in how it feels. So, I mean, although I may prefer Morrowind, I also am enjoying this one. But yeah, something that's more in depth. I mean, yeah, I could see that being preferred by many for sure. Sunless Sea, very nice. Yeah, I have yet to play it, but I've watched people stream it, and it looks real cool. Roguelikes and roguelites that are, yes. Well, I've played a lot of Noita, a lot of Binding of Isaac. I haven't streamed it as much, but a lot of Spelunky. So yeah, I've definitely had my share, and I'm always looking for more shares. Also, I've never been here before. It's hard for noobs. It is hard starting out. Yeah, it was. I would say that is. I would usually not use the word noobs, but yeah, I mean, in the general sense, yeah, it's hard for people starting out. The combat system is clunky and I would say objectively not great. I think the combat is the worst part of the game. And like the leveling system is similar to this one, but it's different enough where it's takes some getting used to. Especially if you've never played an Elder Scrolls game, it's a weird one to start out on. Playing it when it first came out, it wasn't, you know, that weird, but yeah, if you've played other like modern games and you try to play Morrowind, it's a different experience. Blam! We destructed better. Fort Carmala. Delicious. Sounds like a treat. Open world RPG, but there were no side quests, so it was like a narrative RPG. 2,000 hours and some. That's awesome, Valkyrie. That's great. Yeah, knowing me, if I were to stream such a game, or if I were to play such a game, I would stream it. How much damage does that do compared to this stuff? I wonder if they resist fire. Maybe they don't. But yeah, knowing me, I would most likely stream it. Impigal. And in fact, yeah, I will go. Oh, there's a zombie here. Wonder if the zombies fought the imps. They probably did. I don't think they'd be aligned together. But yeah, it is one of many roguelite games that interest me for sure. Tells you nothing. Yeah, Yeah, exactly. I love it. I love that sense of discovery. But a new person might not be as you know, enthused about that kind of bullshit. Nor would I expect them to be. I mean, I've streamed a bunch of Morrowind. I would have, you know, some people would stop in and be like, "Hey man, I'm glad you're playing this, but yeah, I couldn't really get into this game." And I was always like, "Yeah, can't say I blame you. It's a weird one." But I love it. Played blind. That's the thing. Yeah, I've watched some people stream a little bit of it, but I didn't stick around for too long because I realized quickly this is a game that I want to play. Now I want to play it my way, and just learn it organically. But yeah, helping to find some things, or helping with just some general mechanical know-how can be helpful. And yeah, look, without risking having to look things up and risking spoilers, I could see that very much being something that would be valuable. So no, I do appreciate that, Valkyrie. Your consideration is very much appreciated. It's a chest right there. There have been times where I would be playing, you know, a roguelite or a roguelike of some variety, and somebody who knows the game really well might offer, you know, some intel, which is helpful. But then sometimes, like, they offer too much intel, and it's maybe a little bit much at times. Like, you know, there is such thing as too much of a good thing when it comes to offering assistance, that kind of thing. For a game like that, like a roguelite, where learning the systems is kind of the fun, like learning how like certain parts of the game interact and how certain builds work. Like, that's, for me, is, you know, a very much enjoyable aspect of the game. So having somebody kind of railroad you through it it does take away a little bit. So I appreciate your consideration, because it's a tricky line to maintain, especially if it's a game you really know and really like, because, like, yo, you want them to enjoy it too, and well, here's how I enjoyed it, so that's how they should enjoy it too. I understand how that happens. I get up there, but there's no levitate spell obviously in this game, so looking to see if there's like any ways to get up there. It might not be really doable. Like, there's zombies fucking impaled, oh, maybe not impaled, but very much attached. Or maybe they're not zombies, maybe they were regular corpses at one point. The game forced you to commit to something you can't change. Yeah, and again, I mean, Morrowind could be guilty of that, I would say, at least in some respects. I mean, with the character creation, they do say what each attribute does, and what each major and minor skill does. So, they tell you, but it's a lot of reading. And yeah, you really, to my knowledge, can't change it after the fact, really. Also, is that the place? Further south? It probably is. So wow, this is really close by. Now I almost wonder if we're gonna get in here, we're gonna find her, or... Yeah, actually, let's talk to them first, because they might say, oh yeah, there's some shit going down in this whole place. So let's go talk to these folks first. But I have a sneaking suspicion they're gonna say, oh yeah, there's a place in our backyard that's got some shit going down, so... Might have you adventurer types go adventure that way, if you catch my drift. Mechanics can be obtuse, sure. Yeah, and conveyance can be tricky. Yeah, when it comes to Morrowind, again, I love the game to death, but yes, in that day and age, conveyance for games like that was not always the bestest. So, you know, it might try to convey certain things to you, but does it succeed? Not always. That's where it gets a little bit tricky sometimes. This looks to be the village. You found hack dirt. Delicious. So yeah, knowing the mechanics. That's the thing, yeah, that's the kind of thing that I very much enjoy, and I don't really mind being spoiled on. Because yeah, if there is something mechanically... Hack dirt caverns, oh my. If there's something mechanically that I don't know about that would make my gameplay experience better, or easier, or more enjoyable, then yes, you know, that, generally speaking, is something I'm down for. Also, did this place get burned down? Like, this place is in very much a state of disrepair. And of course, parkouring around is part of the fun as well. Mr. Will, good to see you, buddy. Every corpse is a zombie waiting to happen. Every living thing is a zombie waiting to happen. In some ways, at least. So you were not wrong, Five Finger. What's up, Void? Only degenerates. It is after 1 a.m. Yeah, I was saying we're going to be wrapping up fairly soon here. Moslin's Inn. This place is real hecked, man. Like, a bunch of these houses are either been partially built or partially destroyed or burned down. I don't know what happened here, man. Uh-oh. Blossom. She's near. Alright, so that to me indicates... Dude, this horse has seen... Oh, never mind. From this angle, I thought the horse was like wide-eyed. But now I'm like, nah, they're fine. So this is the horsey. So that tells me a few things. That tells me that she got to Hack Dirt correctly. But it makes me wonder if there's some unsavory bits in the caverns. I'm enjoying it so far, Whale. No, we were just kind of talking about some of this game's systems and how they compare to others. I'm liking it, though. I'm liking it quite a bit. We're still fairly early on, though, so we got lots of game left. 2 a.m. gang? Yeah, I'm only a 1 a.m. gang member myself right now, but if I let myself go much longer, I'll become a 2 a.m. gang member. How's about this, friends? So this is going to be the side quest. Clearly, being in here and delving into the caverns and knocking down some doors, and which is to say, lockpicking some doors, will be in our future. However, there is a side dungeon over yonder that I want to explore first, but that will wait for next time. We could just steal the horse. We totally could. But I want to make sure she's dead first. And if she's not, I'll kill her myself. I'm probably kidding. Oh. So yeah, it seems like the element that they use has no bearing on what they resist. These imps. These impy boys. Hacking the dirt, that's right. What a weird name for a town, Hack Dirt. It's so strange. Yeah, so what we'll do is we will... Actually, I will wait for 1 hour. Just loiter for 1 hour, get all of our magic back, and then I will save. And that is where we shall call it for the night, my friends. Some good progress, though. Some good quest progress. Did some exploration stations. Got some cool gear. Got some cool new armor. Some cool shit, man. Some cool shit all around.